haunts you sometimes. Also your host for today, as we return for the first time, not really returning, to the Crit, the Miss, and the Nat 1, a Wild Wild West show run by Josh from Encounter Roleplay. How's it going, Josh?
Yeah, it's going well. We had an unfortunate incident involving Finbar. He's dead.
I thought we weren't going to tell anyone.
Yeah, no, we're telling everyone.
Yeah, everyone has to know. Finbar died, guys. Can we get some ERP rip for Finbar?
ERP rip for Finbar. No, Finbar is alive and well, but unfortunately, I don't know, maybe Moldark didn't let him out of the dungeon. Something terrible has befallen him, for he's unable to make tonight's show for our usual show. So we are going to do some Wild Wild West madness, because we've done this before here on Encounter Roleplay, but I missed it, and I like Wild Wild West. So, you know.
Hell yeah. We'll dive into some things in a moment. There's some rips. I like it. Goodbye, Finbar. Rest in pepperonis. Hey, and thanks to Redundant for resubscribing, resub 2 months. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the 2 months. We've got some other ones to go for as well. I want to give you guys the alerts. Thanks to who we got else. We got Anydell resubbed for 2 months. We've got XP Overrated resubbed for 2 months. Unmade Gaming, the Eeyore of Encounter Roleplay, resubbed. That's you. There we go. Also, Mike, was that you? Because someone followed a minute ago called the Eeyore of ERP, and I feel like that must only be you.
That is not me. And if someone's using my
Ooh, imposter.
guys, we're gonna have to throw down.
A sub can get 1 Wild Magic Surge a month, that's right. As well as you get the emotes. In fact, we've got a bunch of new emotes. I'm redoing them all into a super sexy stuff. And also, thank you to Josh for the resub. It's the 2 months, my friend. Guys, when I say that I'm redoing them, I have something really special for you. And I really hope that Twitch allow it, because I've redone the ERP Donga, and it is something quite spectacular. We just need to wait and see whether Twitch will actually allow us to have it or not. I feel like they will. But yeah, let's dive into today's show, figure out what we're doing, everything like that. If you're new to Encounter Roleplay, my name's Will, and the rest of us here are going to be playing some D&D 5th edition today in a one-shot adventure known as the Crit, the Miss, and the Nat 1. And I'm gonna be playing. Do you want us to go through characters first here, Josh?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. So let's just figure out who we're playing. So I will be playing Cheryl. Now Cheryl is a level 5 gunslinger. She is a shotgun granny. She does not believe in progressive rights for women. She does not believe in anything other than the word of the Queen and God. She's a horrible racist. Something of a homophobe, despite being gay herself. She doesn't know it. And she has a shotgun. She's something around 60 to 70 years old. No one's really sure, but she insists that she is 53 and married to a man named Gerald, although there is no evidence of a man named Gerald ever existing. So that's who Cheryl is. Mike, who are you playing today?
So let's unmute ourselves first.
Let's do that.
Is Sydney out of the room?
Yes, she is.
I don't want to go on forward with this atrocious southern accent. And
Oh boy.
But I myself am playing Bartavius Devereaux, and he is a learned man who is here in town, and he is here to discover the magics of arcane firearms. He has heard tell in the lore, in the old gods' country, in ye old England with Merlin, hoping to transfer some of this magical energies to the firepower of the West.
Awesome. Excellent. Nailed it, yeah. I can hear her screaming from here. Petra, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Maria Aberdeen, and I'm not even gonna try with a southern accent.
Come on, just do it. Just do it. We'll have to do it. Look at what Josh is
Not when
wearing.
you're watching. I can't do it when you're watching. Okay. Maybe every now and then. Anyway, so Maria's original plan was to become a learned woman and study and become an explorer, something like. But alas, her mother died early. Her father's drunk all the time. So what do you do then? You become a thief. A thief for hire. And Josh, I believe you said we're located in a relatively small town. Yes. So
Indeed.
that it works is both good and bad for Maria. Bad in that everybody mistrusts her. but also good in that a lot of people have hired her to steal something. So nobody says anything to stop her because she could tell quite a few stories.
Yes.
And ultimately, her plan is to make enough money to get out of there.
Nice. Cool. So that's who we are. But before we dive into the game itself, remind you guys of a few ways that you can interact with the show today. First of which, if you haven't followed in the newsletter stream, then hit that follow button and join us. We've already had 10 followers today, and when we hit 10 more, we're 20, then you guys get to decide something which happens in our game. It could be that Tarask enters the saloon. It could really be anything that could happen that you guys decide. We'll get a straw poll together, and the most popular decision will happen. If you guys haven't tweeted yet, then here is a tweet for y'all to have a look at. What's up, Celestian? How's it going, man? And when it has his 20 retweets, you guys will similarly decide, and subs will do something similar to that as well. So yeah, there's a bunch of things you can do. You can donate to affect the game, give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, that sort of thing. You can see all the list of options down below. There's also a Patreon if you want to pledge on Patreon there. But yeah, it's a new month, so we reset the donation goal for the month so we can keep on doing this stuff. So yeah, other than that though, I think we're all set and ready to hand over to Josh, if we dare. So Josh, I do dare. What's going on?
Well, you guys are going to help tell me because haven't had a massive amount of time to plan this. So, basically, this is a small town called Little Chuck out on a frontier in the God knows where, somewhere out in the west. It's pretty small, maybe a couple of hundred people max. And people are small town suspicious around here. They don't warm to outsiders particularly quickly. The main thing they have going for them is they are sort of a port of call on the way to the Ember Mine. Ember Mine being a small gold mine that's still got a bit going for it. It's not the most profitable of places, but it provides for the town, and they generally take a bit of a cut from it as the train passes through on its way to the large city of Willsbury, which is out even further west. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a couple of things in town. There's a brothel and a couple of saloons, and the town has a sheriff and all that business, a couple of outlaws, but it's it's a Wild West town. As for you guys, well, why don't you tell me how you sort of fit into this society, or are you a newcomer? In which case,
yeah, I think for Cheryl, Cheryl can she own a saloon or like at least work in a saloon?
So Cheryl owns a saloon. It's called the Dead Man's Donger.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's called the Dead Man's Donger.
I've been trying to rebrand, but I already can't get away from it. So yeah, I run a saloon, the Dead Man's Donger, and Cheryl's kind of just part, integral to the community. She knows all of the kind of latest tidbits and rumors going around town. Adventurers come to her all the time asking for quests, that sort of thing. Yeah, she is also drunk a lot of the time due to working in the saloon. She drinks as much as she sells, basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she works at a constant sort of treading that line between being able to actually work and being able to function as a human being. Yeah. So I guess where do we see Bartavius? Where do we see you fitting in around town?
So Bartavius is a newcomer to these parts here. He is just recently off the train. He's here looking for some information that he believes he may find in this town.
Okay. So yeah, he's sort of new in town. People in town are a little bit, a little bit wary of those who come from out of town. They don't have. Everyone here is everyone knows each other. So it's that kind of small, tightly knit, creepy village ideal. But yeah, you probably. I mean, what do you bring with you? Do you bring with your skills? You work?
So Bartavius is a college man. They have these colleges up north. He has had the pleasure of spending one semester in the north, where there is this strange movement, free of slavery. I don't understand the whole deal with that, but they don't have them. It seems to be working okay for them. I don't bother with that. But he comes and he's
We'll
wearing
see
a nice,
how long that can last.
he wears a nice duster, and he has his books leather bound with a belt, and he carries upon his back his long rifle and his 6-shooter at his side, like any respectable Southern gentleman should. And no, he has no laboring skills. That is for the other folk. He has his nose in books.
I think we're going to get along very well, Bartavius.
Oh my dear! I will have another shot of that fine whiskey you have.
Dear God. Okay. So moving swiftly on before that gets any worse. Maria Aberdeen.
Yes.
And how do you fit in? Like, what's your deal around town?
She's not a newcomer. I would say that she and her dad came to this town about 10 years ago, like shortly after her mother died, because her dad thought, starting a new life. So that didn't work out because most of the time he's just lying around somewhere in a drunken stupor. And so she's been in the thieving business for the past, 3-4 years. And so, as I said earlier, like on the one hand, people can't really trust her, but on the other hand, so many people have hired her to have things stolen. Very often, just small things like that are at the center of some petty arguments, perhaps, but sometimes also more valuable things. And so she could tell a lot of stories about a lot of people. So it's actually a good source of income for her. But ultimately, she wants to get out. And I'd say she often hangs around in Cheryl's saloon. And when she hears about what's the name, Bartavius?
Bartavius.
Okay, Bartavius. I think that would be extremely interesting for her, since she always wanted to not be there in this town and instead be an explorer and learn things about the world. And yeah.
And thanks so much to Crund the Barbarian for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Or welcome back to the adventure, I suppose, because Crund, we haven't seen Crund in like, I don't know, 6 months. I haven't seen Crund. How's it going,
Was
dude? Good to see
Crund the Barbarian who we met his mother?
Yes.
Flying on the back of a
The
wife
leg.
that had one leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Crund.
TBT.
I fought him in his grandma in a dog fight with him.
On the back of a wyvern or something.
Yeah, it was freaking... What the fuck was
Old
that
school.
about? Background on the story so far. This is a entirely new story that we're doing today. And it's,
I like it. Let's do it.
One shot. So you don't need to know any backstory. You just need to know that these guys are going to ruin any premise I had for a plan or a plot. So what are you guys currently up to? I'm going to say you guys have ended up. It's not too early. It's getting later in the day. The sun is starting to set.
Well, I go to bed at about 2 p.m. So.
Okay, cool. We know what Cheryl is doing. Cheryl is KO. There's where should we say we are? I guess it makes sense. The dead man's donger.
Cheryl's probably like working the bar, waiting for adventurers to show up, looking for adventure, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know how they always do at inconvenient times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty used to it by now.
Yeah,
It's kind of part of my job, is putting them together and setting them on some like troll quest or something, you know.
You see a load of people like come in, set up webcams and stuff, and Twitch stream. And you're like,
Super weird.
well, it's gonna be a busy night.
Settle in, boys. It's gonna be a long one.
Why are you people here again? How many times have I told you?
I haven't met Bartavius yet, have I?
Probably, yeah. If
I
you're
have.
the only bar in town, he would probably frequent that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say like you've seen him. You haven't had a chance to like pin him down and have a word.
Yes, I'll get to pinning him down shortly.
Dear madam.
Okay, so it's a pretty busy night. There's a lot of people in the saloon. People are chilling. A lot of people have just like waiting for the train to come through. It's got a load of supplies on it from the Ember Mine, and we're just In the meantime, people are getting a little bit drunk, having a bit of a laugh across the street. There's the Lucky 17 casino, and that's doing a pretty good trade as well. It's a little bit of a seedier sort of place. They have liquor in the front and poker in the rear. It's that kind of establishment. And
poker in the rear, guys.
Yeah, indeed. As does the Salty Wench, which is the brothel next door. So you guys are just having a drink. What's I guess Cheryl probably approaches Bartavius. Bartavius, you find yourself inexplicably without any sort of human fodder to throw between you and Cheryl as she makes her advance.
Hello there, Bartavius. Cheryl is once again like this old like granny, probably like 60 or 70. She wears like very traditional outfit, like super traditional. Like she looks dated even for like these times. And she has a shotgun on her back for some inexplicable reason. Then she has a bottle of whiskey. It's JD in her hand. Care for a bitty old JD?
JD sauce, but no JD.
Why do you have that? Why do you have that at your table?
Just because.
That's a computer desk, Josh, not a dinner table.
How are things faring, Barty?
He looks over at you and he says, "Oh, my dear madam, I would love for you to join me here at my table, and I would love some of your JD. You said yes. Who is this? A new gentleman caller of yours? Who is this JD? You speak?
Oh well, Jack is an old friend of mine. He really helps me get fucked up." As I like open up the bottle and pour some out to you.
He like, "Oh my stars, that such coarse language, my lady. I did not expect it would be going like this today at the bar."
Well, I've been hitting the sort early, Bartavius. What would Gerald say?
He did immediately.
I'm married. Did I mention?
You have not, but have a seat anyway. And he pulls out a chair.
And at this point, actually a hand is placed on Bartavius' shoulder, and you hear the voice, Cheryl, you're trying to get the gentleman drunk again. I may give you some advice. I'd be careful with that. And Maria is medium height. She has long brown hair that she wears in a long braid, and a cowboy hat, and a white blouse, and a vest on top of it, and right now an ankle-long skirt, and a pistol on each side, and a leather coat on top of all of that.
I say, look out for this one. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Yeah, speaking of handle, I'd be careful of her grubby old hands. They're usually not where they're supposed to be.
Oh, well, I appreciate your candor, my lady, but the old, the wizened woman here, she will be fine. Don't you worry your head about it.
Well, you've been warned. And then Maria takes a seat next to him and sort of winks over or nods over to Cheryl and says, "One for me too. Already had that."
Ooh. And thank you to Perim donates £1 and says, "Bartavius gets inspired. Also, hello, Cheryl, good to see you again. No shooting. That means unless I shoot with you. ERP sword." Thank you much, Perim.
I'm inspired?
Scholars. You're inspired, Mike.
Oh, my stars.
Oh, my Lord. Well, JD will do that to you.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So Josh, do I have any recent tidbits or bits of information which I'd be looking to hand out to these guys?
Well, there is a couple of things. There's more trouble down south, not far south. You get from a window, if you look out, there's like a small scrubby little bit of woodland to the south, and it's called the Lost Lamb Woods because Uncle Sam's farm is constantly losing sheep out there. That's grubby old Cheryl.
Welcome to grubby old Cheryl to the adventure. Thank you for following, Cheryl, the most gentlemanly of scholars out there.
You're the grubbiest of gentlemen.
You're the grubbiest of old ladies.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So basically it's I love Kron's wise wisdom there in chat. You can always count on Krund for some wise, folksy wisdom. So yeah, if you head south, couple of maybe 500 meters, you hit like the edge of like a pretty patchy woodland. It's pretty arid out here, so not a lot of trees, but there are some, and there's always things going missing around there. Supposedly a bunch of bandits operate out of there. They're called the Boys, and when you hear the Boys coming, most people duck and cover. However, it's really died down of late as their leader, a woman named Tilly, nicknamed Tungsten Tilly, recently was in jail, thrown in jail by the sheriff of this town. So, things are a little bit better.
Good.
Apart from that, there's a lot of excitement that the train's going to come past. It only comes past once a month. People are still getting used to it. It's only been around for about a year, and it's still sort of like a spectacle. There's some apparently Crazy Duff. There's an old Crazy Duff, is his name. Has been muttering about some of his dynamite has gone missing recently.
Dynamite. Ooh, I like the sound of that. So I'm gonna say to them, well, I've got a few little tidbits of information for you. The first of which I think is rather interesting, is that old Dusty Dan, I think his name was, he's lost some of his dynamite.
Well, it wasn't me.
Well, perhaps it could be us.
Now, my lady, did you say it could be us? Are you saying that you would accompany us on an excursion to find this gentleman's stolen or missing dynamite?
I'm always up for an explosive time, but but I'm married, of course.
Did I mention that I warned you? I'm warning you
Bartavius
again.
shifts up comfortably. And he looks into his shot glass. What else is in there?
Yeah, Maria takes her drinks and drink and downs it and say, I'll be right back with you guys.
I've roofied both of you.
It was a twofer.
Not even going to answer to that. And since you said the saloon is packed and there are a lot of people who are waiting for the train to come, is it all townspeople, or perhaps someone who does not know yet who Maria is?
Roll me a perception check as you sort of survey the local crowd. I'll give you advantage because you're from around these parts.
All this time I am preying on Bartavius. Well, she's gone.
Interesting hunk of man meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. It's already rolling twice.
No, it's cool. So a 19. You pretty much immediately spot a guy who's sat at the bar. He's got a medicine bag with him, like a doctor's bag. He doesn't really fit in. He's dressed very smartly in a suit with a waist, with a jacket and an overcoat over the top. He is sweating profusely. He's ordering water at the bar, which just sticks out a mile around these parts. He's frightfully apologetic. He just doesn't look comfortable here at all.
So he's British.
Yes.
That's how I feel right now. I'm so uncomfortable.
Then Maria is gonna get 2 shots from the bar. She's gonna walk over there and sit down next to that gentleman. And so saying, "Good day, sir. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be awfully nervous. Is there anything I could do for you?"
Just help yourself, fine. Yes, fine.
She's busy trying to accost me. Can't run the bar.
Now, I've
And
got
Maria-
these handcuffs for a reason. There's a story behind these.
Wait, what do you say to this guy?
What? She's passing over one of the shot glasses to that gentleman.
Yeah. He takes it. He says, thank you. It's
What a
He
slut.
he holds it up, and he's just like, you can just see like fingerprints and like a bit of like maybe even lipstick, just like smearing around the edge of the shot glass. It's the filthiest thing in the world. There's a hair floating in the whiskey.
It
And
adds
it's not my hair.
to the flavor. It's all part of the.
Now let me tell you how that hair got there.
You shut up back then.
Thank you to Annie Dell. It donates 5 pounds and says, "It is Gerald's birthday, and so she gets a present which was sent by the royal crown. Huzzah! Long live the queen."
Indeed. Absolutely. Roll me on the birthday table, Will, and let's see what arrives. What's coming on the train?
Oh yes, I've got a package from Gerald. It's 54.
Gerald sends me his package.
Gerald always likes to send me a good package every now and again, but if I can't get hold of Gerald, I'll just take what I can get, if you know what I mean. I get the mirror.
Handling packages.
I get the mirror of the narcissist. This fragile bone mirror has hundreds of carved eyes around the bezel. Whenever you see yourself in this mirror, you have advantage.
Perfect.
Happy. Thank you.
So yeah, you actually hear like a carriage coming into town, and as it arrives, like this wagon turns up right outside the saloon, and a boy jumps down off it. He runs round to the back as the man starts in the carriage, yells something after him, and he gets into the back, climbs around. He pulls like a brown paper wrapped parcel of some sort tied with string. He jumps down, he rushes in, it's got a label on it. He says, excuse me, I'm looking for a Cheryl. Is there a Cheryl here?
That's me, little boy. Come here. Oh, a young one. Come here.
He's like 8.
Well, shit, you didn't say that before. And my eyes are very bad, you see.
Young is young. I didn't specify.
I didn't say anything other.
Anything under 50 is young when you get to my age, Josh. Now come here, boy.
He rushes over and he's just like,
give me that package of yours.
He says, I've got a package. It's for you, I think. Sorry about the...
It definitely is for me.
Yeah, he hands you like a box and he says, just be careful. It's got fragile written on it, so I'm told. I can't...
Ooh, I wonder what Gerald sent me this time.
Who?
Gerald.
Okay.
My husband.
Oh, you're married, are you?
Oh, yes, I am, boy. I so loving it. Sorry.
It's like, oh, right. Okay.
Little bit of naughty Nancy. I take the package and I open it up.
That's a thing. He walks away. What the fuck?
He walks away scarred for life.
Yeah, as he walks away, Maria leans back and is like, "Run, boy, save yourself."
Run. I open up the package.
Don't look back.
The saloon doors like ricochet open as he flies back onto the thing. You see, it's labelled to be travelling by the train, but it's just arrived by a wagon, and the train hasn't arrived yet. You do hear it coming, so obviously there's been a bit of a mix-up with like delivery and stuff. And you open it up and find an ornate bone mirror inside, and a small note.
Gerald, is this one of your bones? What does the note say?
It says, hello, my dearest Cheryl. This is your entirely real husband, Gerald.
Oh.
I am sending you this mirror as furthermore proof of my love / existence. Hope to see you soon. Sorry I couldn't come by and take you on vacation to Paris like you told everyone we were going to do. It's most unfortunate.
This is all written in. This is all written in Cheryl's handwriting, by the way.
I was gonna. My idea exactly. I was gonna have that check.
It says, "All my love, Gerald." It's like,
oh, what a sweetheart! As I like stuff it into my corset. Oh, what a cutie!
CHERALD, Gerald.
Gerald. That's his pet name for us now. Anyway,
Jennifer, you've heard it before.
Let's see what that girl outside is doing with that young gentleman. And I get my my stick and I start walking out to see what Maria and this guy are doing.
All I can think of is Cheryl is just hovering over Bartavius, one hand on his shoulder as she reads this letter aloud, like creepily massaging his one shoulder. as he holds the shot. He starts to cry.
My bony hands.
Yeah. It feels like death.
Feels so good. Why do I want more?
Hashtag grubby old hands.
And thank you to Oxymoron Gaming for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Welcome to the adventure. We're just 7 followers away, folks. Let's make it happen.
Indeed, let's do that. So, what is the general tone of the conversation as you guys are chatting away?
So is he actually drinking the shot that I gave him since he only drank water?
No, yeah, he drinks it mainly because you tell him to, and he's too frightfully polite to tell you he doesn't actually drink alcohol because he's British, and this is hashtag classic problems. So he just yes.
You hang in there. It's getting better. No worries. And as he raises the glass, she actually pretends to drink, just eyes him over the rim of the glass, and when she sees that he drinks it, she just sort of puts it back down and then smiles at him and sort of exchanges the glasses and say, "What is your name, good man?" I'm Maria, by the way. Very nice making your acquaintance.
Douglas Stratton. I'm rather new in town. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, but I'm just waiting for I really shouldn't say.
It's perfectly fine. You know, what is your business should stay your business. But I'm glad you found your way into this town. Douglas, you said that's a wonderful name. So, Douglas, tell me, what do you do for a living? Also, where's the medicine bag or his bag? Is it open? Is it closed?
It's closed, and yeah, it's got a small sort of lock set into the leather clasp, and he's got it set like quite close. He's basically almost perched, like it's by his feet and almost under his feet as he's sat on this bar stool, and he's very much like keeping to himself. He's not a very elbowsy sort of at the table kind of guy. He's just there trying to not draw too much attention, and he keeps opening a pocket watch, checking it and putting it away.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying he's at the bar, he's not at the table.
Yeah, no, he's at the bar. No one's sat around him.
Avalon Chainfail. Am I right? Welcome, Chainfail to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. If he's at the bar, then I'm gonna like waltz. I'm gonna attack him from behind, basically. Hello there. Grab him by the shoulder, and then I'm gonna shoot Maria a sly wink.
Bartavius winces me ears. Hello there.
Forever traumatized. So, sorry, just saying the bag. Is he holding it, or is it just between on the ground between his legs, or kind of?
It's basically, so if you imagine he's on a bar stool, can't quite reach the floor, and it's like, so it's under his feet, and under a pair of very nice Oxford shoes.
Between some sturdy thighs.
Oh.
Hello there. My name is Cheryl.
He he makes like a sign. Lovely to make your acquaintance, Cheryl.
What brings you to town, gentlemen?
I'm
very quickly. Maria would try to sort of smiling at him, but trying to angle with one of her feet, sort of slide that back underneath the stool.
Okay, cool. Roll me a sleight of hand as you try and remove his doctor's bag from pretty much straight under his feet. He's very distracted though. He has the most terrifying elderly lady bearing down upon him.
So since I took criminal/pickpocketing as my background, would it be okay with you if I'm proficient in sleight of hand?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
And thanks to Refix, who donates £5 and says, a strange hooded figure revealing nothing but white hair approaches Maria and slips her a note. The note has a number of a deposit box and a local bank written on it. Roll that D69. Ah, thank you, Refix. Very cunning, my friend. Creepy.
So yeah,
does sound
on
sexual, though.
24, you hear everyone roll me a quick perception check. We'll see what you
I am
guys.
blind as a bat, but I have the ears of a squirrel.
Jeez, nat 20. First
I
nat
rolled a-
20, beautiful.
I rolled a 20. Not bad.
Oh damn! You
Perfect
that's
number.
some solid rolls from you guys. Cool. Yeah, you'll definitely notice him. Bartavius, you see him come in. He's quite clearly wearing like a hood, but he's also wearing like a what do you call a poncho, like a large poncho that covers everything. He clinks ever so slightly, as only an armed man would. That subtle sort of like click of something rattling around in a holster. You know this guy's armed. He walks in, which isn't uncommon. Like pretty much everyone around here is armed. He walks in. He has a Stetson.
Oh my
He has a
god.
Stetson on. He walks in.
Mike's face right now.
Guys, this has been Encounter Roleplay. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice
I love
roll.
it. I think I'm the only one who loves that.
Oh god.
Do your thing, Josh. You do you.
Always.
I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you're a special snowflake, Josh.
Special snowflake.
I am the most special. So as he walks in, you just see a wisp of bone white hair. This man is ominous as fuck. People die down, like chat stops around him and then nervously picks back up as he passes. His heavy footfalls come straight up behind Maria. Maria, you know exactly who this is, except you don't know his name.
It's old white bones.
He is Old White Bones. And he
Give you the first one for free. The rest of the NPCs you have to make up.
yeah, you slide the doctor's bag back and it lands at his feet and he picks it up. He hands you a box, like a small key, and it's got a number on it. And then he just turns and gazes at a few people looking his way, and you see his poncho move back, and there is a very large sawn-off Winchester rifle just slotted in his holster. He just glares at them. They go back about their business. They just stare silently at their glasses, and he tips his hat to you.
Oh, he's not gonna leave with that back. Bonesy, what are you doing?
He leans in. He leans right in. He looks you dead in the eye. He says,
I'm only here for the plot.
"Your payment is right here."
Still want to encourage Josh to do his thing? This is what you get.
And okay,
What have you done?
she says, okay, Bonesy. She clasps his face and kisses him on the nose and sends him off. You do your thing.
He nods. He goes a little bright red. He says, "I'll see you at home, sweetheart." You hear someone laugh. He draws his rifle. A man is shot dead in the tavern. And then he just gazes around the room.
Now that's a man.
Bonesy, we talked about this.
I've got my own bones here right now.
Oh, dear God, no. So, yeah, that's
You could
it.
say I'm hot as a bone as well.
Yeah,
Well,
you see Bonesy walk out clinking as you are left with your payment. Do you want to? Have you rolled that D69 for me?
Yes, 34.
I have 34. Cool.
whilst you're checking that one, Josh, we've hit 20 retweets, which means you guys get to decide what happens next in our story. So underneath this line here in the chat, throw out your ideas as to what could happen next to Uslot. So it could be that Bonesy turns around and starts trying to kill everyone, and we've got to stop him, or it could be that Bonesy falls in love with Cheryl.
I'll be right back.
Am I right? So, throw your ideas into the chat. We'll put them into a straw poll, and the most popular decision to come out from it will happen. Accidental legend. Basically, all that you missed is Josh changed hats. A man came in and gave Petra's character Maria a key to a deposit box, and then he's starting to walk out again. So the
And he
60
took the bag that I wanted to steal. Damn it!
yeah. So that's where we are at the moment. We're in a saloon, and we're just chilling at the moment. We're having a good time. So
Hanging out.
just hanging, you know. Probably gonna steal some stuff from this guy. Might go steal some dynamite from another dude. You know, the usual stuff. And we're gonna have another viewer decision. Nice flash mob. Another viewer decision in just 6 followers time. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. And we hit that follow mark, you guys will get to decide another thing which happens in this story. So we have a Josh back. So we're gonna get these ideas in. Sarah actually has a husband. Oh my god. Oh, I like it. So Cheryl has played the 24-hour stream, and one of her many ex-husbands showed up then to get alimony pay. So Josh, take it away.
Yeah, so you actually see Bonesy leaves, and as he does, from like the back of his belt, you see a bunch of what looks suspiciously like human fingers, like the bones in human fingers just dangling there, and they make like a little
Wind chimes.
yeah, like almost like wind chimes. They clink ever so slightly as Bonesy leaves, and before we know,
the deck save. I mean, I'm just saying that teensy tiny bones. Somebody must be very dexterous if you want to string them up. It's gonna look pretty though. Anyway, just
indeed.
go on.
Petra's showing her true creepy self.
So
Go off by heart.
whilst you guys are sort of like there chatting, what are you all doing at this immediate moment as Bonesy walks out?
I am clutching simultaneously Bartavius and this other gentleman.
Maria is standing right behind Douglas since she wanted to snatch his bag, but then Bonesy came in
Okay.
and gave her the key. So she's looking at the key and the note.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you look at the note. It says payment for a job well done, and there is actually it's a safety deposit box at the local bank, which didn't exist until just now. But there is a bank in town, and it's called
Esper King! Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Could be the Esper King Bank.
That's for King's Bank.
it's
the Wank
it's-
Bank.
No, it's the Esper Bank of the King.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh, the king,
so-
yes, of course. The king and the queen of Great Britain. They don't call it great for no reason, you know.
Cheryl is actually a chupacabra.
I love that one.
Indeed. Guys, everyone get retweeting.
Voting.
I mean, get retweeting anyway, but everyone get voting on that straw. And I'm liking how this is looking. This is looking. Oh God. Okay. Joshua actually shows up, and Cheryl has not. Josh, I turn up. I'm in this apparently.
Maybe you will be. Who knows?
Okay. So yeah. So as this is going on, the bank of very convenient place, birthday presents, indeed. As this is going on, you guys are going to see a man run in, and this man has a different hat on. This man has this hat on, and he says, "All right, guys." I don't know what that voice was at all. He says, "All right, guys. Well, train's coming into town anytime now, so if we're all ready, I think they might need some help unloading. So, you know."
Well, that's a man's job. Us ladies.
Yeah, I know, but I know, Cheryl, you've also done your fair share of unloading in your time, so, you know, maybe you could give us...
Well, if you
fellas
want to drop your load on me, sir, then it's not going to be quite that simple. I require some payment first. I don't just go taking anyone's loads.
That's absolutely true. He went Irish. So
He did.
This man is the most inconsistent man in the world. And he says, I guess if you're around next door at the Salty Wench anytime soon, maybe I'll cut you a deal or do.
You might find me down the stinky hole, but I will not go to that smut house of the wench.
Maria stretches and says, Cheryl, come on. Let's
Drop your loads here.
go,
You
man.
cannot drop them there.
Very well, but if you try and give me some rights, then I will not stand for it. Understand?
And Maria turns back and looks at her and say, is everything you say, how comes that everything you say sounds sexual?
They're probably trying to emancipate us or something, give us some women's rights.
I think you got some things confused there.
Bloody colonials.
And she follows that. Are any of the people waiting for the train leaving as well?
Yeah, there's a good 10, maybe 15 people stand up and start making their way outside. This is, it's still, seeing a train is still pretty uncommon out here. Like a lot of these people have only ever seen them once or twice, so it's exciting. It's sort of like a town event. So they get up and they're talking. You see this man.
How many more hats do you have? Christ, Josh.
You see this man, he stands up, he says, I can't fit, this does not fit me in any way. He says, I've got something coming into town actually, which should be a new wheel for my wagon. So I was looking forward to getting out there and doing some more trade. And, there's a general bit of bustle out there, so looking forward to that. And they walk out just making general chit chat.
That's brilliant because then Maria would like to use the general hustle and bustle and distraction to pickpocket someone's pocket and just get some gold.
Who would you like to pickpocket, or do you want to just pickpocket someone at random?
Whoever looks the most fascinated at the train, or who's most exciting about the train arriving.
Okay, you know what? There's actually a woman in a rather resplendent hat, and she's, "Ooh, I've heard so much about this train. I'm really excited. I've never seen a train before. Is it true? It makes a chuffing sound?" And people are just like, "Yes, it makes." Right, yeah, okay. And she's like, I don't know why. She's just, I'm all aflutter.
She's on Twitter.
Yeah, and
Give me the smelling salts.
Yeah, and as that happens, she leaves herself open for you to rob mercilessly. Give me a sleight of hand.
What a crazy woman.
A 23.
Wearing a hat.
You steal a small clutch bag from her. Like literally, she's got it pinned under her arm, and you just slot it straight out and pocket it. And inside, you will find a fair bit of gold, a very nice necklace of. It looks like it's got a jade set into it, quite pretty. And also, you find a small concealed Derringer pistol.
Nice. I take out the valuables and then couple meters away, drop the bag.
You could straight up give it back to her on a 20. What was that roll? It was 23. I'd say you can just slot it straight back in. She'll
Cool.
never know.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm all aflutter. Right, I'm looking forward to seeing this. Should we all mosey on down, as you all say around here? And she rushes out with everyone else. As I put my GM's hat back on, people move out. Roll me perception checks, everyone.
Let's get on this train.
This
What's up, Stel?
train.
21.
21.
21. That's how old I am.
11.
If I got
Indeed.
rid of these hips, which aren't real, then I'd be 21 still.
I've never been proficient on perception before. This feels so weird because I usually have the worst perception rolls in my group.
So crazy green.
So on a 23 and a 21, that's the ladies of the group. All the ladies, Cheryl and Maria. You
All the
both
single ladies.
you see further down, like just on the outskirts of town, you see a couple of horses riding hard south, past town, specifically down the east side of town, towards the woods. They're riding as if pursued by a spirit dragon itself. Spirit dragon 01. I cocked it up in the end. I nearly had it.
Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Indeed. You see them riding like hard for leather as they sort of come down from. They look like they were on the train tracks. That's what you guys see. As everyone sort of makes their way to like the single station. It's like a small, modest building with a large raised platform that runs down like the entire length of the side of a train. But that's.
So basically, they're riding in the opposite direction of the train.
No, they're riding like away from the train tracks itself. They're riding south. The train is coming from the east and it's heading west towards Willsbury, but stopping off here to drop off a few bits and pieces.
I thank Cyrus for following. Welcome, Cyrus, to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. But I say, do you think those might be train robbers?
Just wondering the same. Josh, would that be noteworthy for us? Like, this would be definitely unusual, I suppose.
Yeah, it's definitely unusual.
Has the train stopped yet?
The train is still coming. It's not.
Gotcha.
Arrived yet. So yeah, you see them moving. They're ahead of it.
In that case, in that case, I guess one of us.
So are they riding towards the town?
They're riding
away
past
from
the track. So the train track sort of runs along from the north side of the town. It runs from the east to the west, and the train is coming from the east and stopping off here and then heading further out west.
And these horse riders are riding east, or they're riding
south.
west?
They're riding south. They're riding away from the train tracks past town towards the woods.
I get you.
I call out, is the train being robbed? Are those robbers over there?
A couple of people like gasp. They, you cause quite a stir. Roll me like a persuasion.
Persuasion? That's my best skill. I've got a -1 in it.
Nailed it.
8.
8, phenomenal. On an 8, you see a man step out in the most crumpled hat.
You asked for it, Mike.
You have more cowboy hats than the whole state of Texas. What's happening? You have more cowboy hats than any British man should have.
And it's legal to have in the UK.
Yes, I think you're gonna be disbarred from England.
Yeah, I know. This is it. This is what happens once you go. Once Encounter Roleplay goes part American, all of Encounter Roleplay goes.
By the way, it looks like the viewer decision says Cheryl actually has a husband. She married him once in her youth while he was totally drunk, and now he comes into town for revenge.
He's
the leader of the boys.
So, you see a man turn to you and, like, in the commotion, you catch his eye. He's just looking around. We disowned you, Josh. Okay. I'm cool. So yeah, you see a man turn. He's a brute of a man. Huge. Muscular. He looks towards you. He looks over to you. And your eyes lock. Will, you actually see. Well, not you, Will, but Cheryl, you see.
Yes?
What?
Not Gerald. Your ex-husband from long ago. Crund.
Oh my god!
And at that moment, as you lock eyes, there's beauty, there's explosions, there's love, there's
Oh,
something.
Grundy!
Spark.
Oh, crusty crud!
I'm getting goosebumps,
But
but
maybe-
not the good kind of goosebumps.
But maybe you know, the explosions aren't love. Maybe it's the dynamite that's just been left on the train tracks as there is a mighty explosion. People like go running in all directions. You see a woman in a hat that I've lost. It's over here. It's fine. Everyone stop panicking. She swoons. She falls back. And then there's like bits and pieces of wood come flying down, scattering across the town. And you see the train suddenly come off the rails. Did it before you two, Mugs. I derailed this thing before you did. I'm proud of myself. It was all I set out today to do. As she swoons, falls back, and you see her collapse on the floor. Other people go into panic, and you lose sight of Krund in the mania, the pandemonium, as a train is going to derail, and it will smash its way through the station, go straight out the other side, and hit the back of the sheriff's department. It just crashes into the back of this 3-story building, and there is a mighty dust cloud that kicks out. You see people like come staggering out, coughing, gasping for air. What does everyone do?
I'm like coughing and splatting. The Grand, where are you, Grandy?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, good, my best skill. 21.
Whoa!
Fucking damn!
I'm the best.
You rolled like 19s every single perception check. Confirmed hacked. So yeah, you see Krund. He's actually drawn a pistol, and you see him moving towards you through the crowd, trying to seek you out.
Is he looking aggressively at me?
Oh, he's looking very aggressively.
Grandy, no, I never meant to hurt you. I'm so sorry.
I never meant to make you cry.
And then I say that as I draw my shotgun and shoot him. Because Cheryl's fucking insane.
No, Grundy!
I never meant to hurt.
Feel my love, Krund.
It's my love gun! Just into your chest!
Pull my trigger.
Oh god. I need to get my mind out of the gutter.
No, you're fine. That's where it belongs.
So can I shoot at him?
You can indeed. Scattergun. It's not got a fantastic range, but yeah, you can roll. Yeah, how big is this shotgun?
This shotgun is probably the size of a dog.
Okay, it's pretty.
It is a dog.
Wide range of sizes.
No, all dogs come equal.
The same size.
I don't
How
know,
many,
but it's
how many, how many elephants is this gun?
yeah, exactly. How many
Oh,
elephants?
yeah, that's
How
an
many
18.
elephants? It's okay.
It's 1/8 elephant.
Okay, so cool. Is that to hit? Your
That is to
18?
hit, yeah.
An 18 absolutely hits him. Heals him. It heals
Heals
him.
him,
Entire.
18.
Do you want to roll me 2d12 because this thing packs a fucking punch, but is now you need to reload this now. This is
7 damage.
for 7 damage as Krund spots you. He goes to draw his gun. Or no, he's already got it drawn, so he goes to thumb the hammer. He's bringing it round, and both barrels hit him in the chest, and Krund falls backwards
I'm sent flying.
into the pandemonium. Yeah, how badly do you go?
I go head over heels, kind of backwards.
Yeah,
And then I land in a perfect roll. And come back the other side of my shotgun like this. Got him, coach. Shoot
Yeah.
the fucker. Shoot him.
Oh, Grundy!
He reneged on his wedding vows. So,
roll me Run me a performance, really, just to like convince these people that you're in the right.
I'm
And
probably like in sickness and in health.
and then you're just like lining up the final shot, like till death do us part. The trigger.
I rolled a
And-
1 on my persuasion check. The reason for that is because she is in the wrong.
She isn't that. The reason for that is no one is around to like no one is particularly interested in dealing with your shit right now. The sheriff's office, the back of it is like crumbling. This building. The train has like plowed its way into town. Some of the carriages have overturned, and like there's some damage. Like you see Crazy Duff run out, and he's just like, "I bloody knew it! I bloody knew it!" He points, and he's like, "I bloody knew someone had my gunpowder." And yeah.
Enough after my fire. Fire up into the air.
Yeah, you guys see like Krund is going to like make a hasty retreat across the street towards the Lucky 17 casino as people start pouring out of it in confusion to see what's going on. Everyone, I'm gonna say, like, in the pandemonium, Cheryl's kind of pretty busy. Everyone else roll me a perception check as shit starts to go down in Little Chuck.
It's going to be fine, Grand. It's going to be fine. Just like it was that time before, those years ago on the beach, with our 7 children.
So Bartavius, you hear gunfire. You hear gunfire coming from the north and the south. Specifically from the south, you see the 2 riders that were fleeing have actually turned round and have been joined by a couple other. They rush towards the town, and you see some of them. They're all wearing like masks around their face. All of them have guns. Some of them have like rifles drawn, and they are firing towards in the air towards the town. Like they're basically charging. They're about 300 feet from like the edge of town. That's coming at you from the south, but you hear gunfire like elsewhere. Petra, Maria hears a more specific. You see that, but you also turn and you see one of the people who he comes out. He's no son of mine.
Welcome, no son of mines, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. You sounded just like my dad then, Josh.
He's so on that bombshell, yeah, you see a man walk out. He's coughing. You recognize this man to be the sheriff, and as he's like coughing, wheezing from all the smoke from this impact on the building, you see him like standing there. He's got a rifle in one hand. He's got a pistol in the other hand. He's like doubled over. He stands up. He turns to see like how many others made it out, and there is a gunshot that rips through his chest, and he goes down, dropping both his pistol and his rifle. And you see figures rushing out, not people who work for the sheriff, not the deputy either, because I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy this time. And
Disadvantage.
you see a female. She runs out.
That's very definite.
Yeah, she grabs the sheriff's hat, which is
Just a trilby.
Yeah, I don't know why he's wearing a trilby. I'm running low on cowboy hats. Okay? I'm having to.
This routine is getting old. Running out of material.
Indeed. But he runs over. She runs over and she grabs his rifle and his pistol. And as she starts to dart back into the building, being covered by a couple of other people, you would recognize this is Tungsten Tilly, who is infamously the leader of the bandit gang known as the Boys. And she's just broken out.
Well, that's not good. Would I be able to try and take a shot at her before she's going inside, or she's vanishing inside?
Yeah, on that perception check, I'll let you make a shot at her as you know,
Also-
you. No, go on.
I took the sharpshooter feat, so if she's half covered or 3/4 covered by her men, I don't care.
Yeah, it's because like of the pandemonium around you guys that you're gonna need like that sharpshooter ability, because I mean it's just chaos in the street. But yeah, you'll be able to bypass that as you make your shot. Hopefully, unless you nat 1, in which case you gun down someone important.
Well,
A 13 goes wide. You hear the gunshot go off. People around you like dive out of the way as you draw your pistol and fire. And you see her like feel this bullet whiz past her, buries itself into the door frame, and she's gonna fire at disadvantage because she's firing a lever action rifle one-handed in your direction. But she will take a crack at you as she like hastily retreats back into the sheriff's.
Look out! It's another crazy bitch.
Yeah, no, she fires. She just nails someone who was like running to one of like the local buildings, and they fall dead in the street. She backs up. She vanishes into like the smoke and debris and the creaking building.
Savage. Get wrecked, noob.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
At this point, Miria would turn around and try to find Cheryl.
Till death do us. Probably shooting away at Kron still.
So
He's
it's
probably
probably
the ground. You're shooting him into the ground.
Roll me. He's fleeing. Like he's managed to flee. He's pretty injured. You can see like
Come
his.
back here, you crusty bastard. I'll get my alimony pay.
Roll me another shot. This one will unfortunately be a disadvantage because
Okay.
you're firing a shotgun at him as he runs. But
It's a 15.
a 15 still hits him. Damn. So yeah,
Get wrecked, noob.
you shoot into him. Roll me that damage. It's 2d12 again.
1v1 me on Rust. As I 11 damage.
Okay, so how do you 360 no scope?
I quick scope this mofo. I just kind of fire out my gun in, like wildly into the crowd. It just so happens that it hits Krund basically.
So like you basically like raise your
Got it.
shotgun, and there's like a moment like you just pull the trigger, but it just happens to be at that moment the crowd parts like the Red Sea. You see all this buckshot go flying through the air. It hits him like square in the back, and he hits the doors of the Lucky 17 casino, and they fly open as he skids in on his face. This guy clearly hasn't even prestiged yet. He's a complete noob.
No
But
prestige,
it's
noob.
probably rather easy for me to spot her.
Who?
Cheryl.
Oh yeah. Cheryl is currently surrounded by about 6 people who are curled up on the floor covering their heads as she's just firing a shotgun
Okay.
into the crowd.
Then Maria's hurrying over there and shouting, Cheryl, was it one of the bandits?
What?
Catch one of them.
I killed him.
Was that one of the bandits?
What? Oh, sure. Yes, there was. Yes.
Good job. They're still. What do you
Roll me
want?
a deception, because even if Maria's going to take that straight up,
Bandits.
a couple of people nearby probably want to like.
She's like, where are bandits? Oh, I mean, yes. This vagabond here. Oh. I'm probably like.
Want to roll insight or
I'm
just?
looting.
Yeah. If you have reason to distrust her, roll me an insight. As
No one has
she
any
rolls.
reason to distrust me.
Wouldn't know why.
I'm a trustworthy individual.
Josh, while they're lying and or not lying, these 4 other bandits, where are they? Are they coming towards like the train area or just into town?
Oh, there's now 5 of them actually.
Okay.
And they're riding they're riding hard towards the town.
Barty, save me!
They're about 150 feet away. They're going to be on you pretty quickly, and you see a couple of shots as they are going to open fire on the townspeople. Two of them just gun people down. One guy, you see, it's actually Uncle Sam has come running in from his, and you see him like draw his pistol, point it towards, and just gets winged in the arm, falls down, and his shot just goes straight up into the air. It's a pretty chaotic. A lot of people around town are like arming themselves and like lining up to like try and meet this cavalry charge with a good hefty volley of lead in kind response. What does Bartavius do?
So Bartavius steps outside. He like bends down, like he sees all this chaos, looks down at the corpse of this large British man that is full of buckshot. He undoes the belt on one of his books, opens one of his books, and pulls out his 6-shooter. And then he's going to level the 6-shooter at these 5 people, and he's going to like train an eye on them when they get into the 90-foot range. So probably like next round.
You can just straight away make me. You're level 5, so you should have 2 attacks.
I do.
This is they're coming at you and not sort of vanishing. So you'll get your 2 attacks.
Double tap.
So if the people that were wary of strangers weren't wary of Bartavius before, they might be now, as he spins the revolver barrel of his the revolver chamber of his 6-shooter. It like glows, and let's go with fire. Does a 10 hit the guy that's in front on the horse?
A 10 does not hit the guy.
So a gout of fire just fires out of this 6-shooter and splashes in front of the guy.
Okay, so so basically it's that classic thing of like we scan down the line and we see
Kaldach, welcome. Kaldach the Adventure, you're a gentleman and a scholar.
And we see Kaldach draw his pistol. He fires and is out of range. As it's only a little 6-shooter. You see his father next to him draw his rifle and take a shot, and then next to them, this newcomer Bartavius draws a pistol, and there's like a cannon fire. It's like artillery being fired. It shoots through the air, screeching, and kicks up like a rooster tail of dirt as the guy is going to like have to make his he's going to have to swerve around it on the back of this horse. They sort of split, so they try and spread out, so they're not quite as bunched up together, because that was not normal. Make me a second attack. As if you
he'll do a regular attack with his 6-shooter.
Yeah.
13.
Cool. A 13 again does not hit, unfortunately, but
doesn't hit. Feldrin, welcome, Feldrin to the Adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
But Feldrin manages to niftily dodge. You notice Feldrin. Feldrin's he's new to the gang, but he's definitely welcome.
Yeah,
and
so he's a more nimble one.
Yeah, he's a more nimble one, indeed.
He steps out and fire these 2 shots, and then kind of waits to see what the hell happens.
And thank you to Milk for resubbing. Thank you, Milk. We love you. Appreciate 2 months.
And speaking of Milk, you know who's there? It's old White Bones. Old White Bones is gonna step out. He sees all this chaos erupting. He'll draw his rifle, and he's gonna take a hefty shot at these guys. He misses entirely. In fact, he shoots someone else. He shoots someone who's just like cowering behind a set of barrels. Hopes no one notices. And like reloads as this all sort of kicks off. What are you guys? What's the plan? Are you just like meeting them head on? Are you taking cover?
So, just curious, Josh. Would old White Bones? We know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, is it approximately high?
Is it high noon?
No.
Not high noon, unfortunately not.
Oh, I could not do it.
I knew. Not even playing the game.
So We have a dead ex-husband. We have 5 bandits, or we perceive to be bandits, and several shooting rednecks. I mean, citizens.
Yeah, indeed.
So Maria's
Cool.
plan would be to somehow, well, I guess we never solved it really if Maria believes Cheryl or not. I rolled a 10 on insight, so
Yeah, give me that deception roll real quick, Will.
Oh yeah, deception. Equally poor at is 5.
Yeah, you know she's lying for her teeth when she says she shot a bandit. She shot somebody. You definitely saw that.
okay. Then Maria would reach out to her and sort of pull her around and say, "See those bandits there? You know," and pointing over. Looks like they broke out Tungsten Tilly. So let's
Right, let's go
fire
fuck
in
them
that
up.
general direction there.
Yes, and I kind of scare him.
And then Maria would try to. Are there still a lot of people between us and the bandits? There's still a lot of commotion.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot of commotion going on, but you know, it's no.
So I guess Maria at this point would still try to take some cover. I don't know how the carriages of the train are positioned. If maybe something fell off, or if there may be some boxes or whatever, just anything that fell off the train. Well, I guess a closed carriages. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
try
there's
to take cover.
there's like there's a carriage. Actually, there's an overturned carriage that's got loads of parcels that are spilled out from underneath, all over it. And you see the delivery boy, who is sat there, and he's actually got a pistol in either hand, and he's like hunkered down behind the carriage, and he's just like, "Oh, this is pissing ridiculous. I was on my way home," and he just like leans over and just takes a couple of shots into the sheriff's department, and then hunkers back down. Next to him is a very, very dead carriage driver. Maybe he knew him, maybe he didn't, but he doesn't seem to care right now.
Got it.
So yeah, then Maria would try to take cover, maybe next to that delivery boy, and go for a next round of
Oh, I'm going to the delivery boy too.
shots.
Okay. So as
He
these
gave me his package.
as the bandits from the south sort of ride in on horseback into sort of like the proper combat with everyone else, Bartavius, are you staying there, or are you heading north towards the sheriff's department where there appears to be a prisoner outbreak?
No, he's gonna stay here with these like facing these bandits as they're riding into town.
Okay, cool. In which case, everyone roll me initiative, and we will see.
Let's
how...
go. Initiative. Let's see here. And by the way, guys, we're only 2 followers off from another viewer decision. So if you haven't followed, go ahead and do so. That's a nat 1 on my initiative. My hip. My poor
Your
hip.
hip goes.
Oh.
You know.
It just pops out.
Oh god.
And thank you to Akiba for following. Welcome, Akiba, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and scholar. 1 follower away.
If you want to know what happens when we get that 1 follower, well, I tell you, anything happens. I'd love to tell you what it is, but it's up to you guys. It's entirely your decision. You guys introduced Will's ex-husband.
And Troy wants a subscriber while Magic Search for Mike.
Subscriber Wild Magic Surge.
Why
Tell
do
me
you
that.
why do you people hate me?
As you use your arcane 6-shooter and something terrible happens. One of these rounds gets jammed in the chamber, and when you pull the trigger, there's a misfire, dust goes everywhere, or something happens. Who knows?
Please
I'll
be
see you in a
gentle.
second.
Please
You know what? A 1738. It's pretty good. It's not a double 17, but pretty good. Happens, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. So initiative for everyone, we've got Bartavius, Maria, Will. I've completely forgotten your name. Cheryl.
So I go to pull my trigger, and Fetty Wap comes out of the barrel.
Cheryl, you ungrateful swine.
So cool. We will. We'll see.
Don't make me beat it into you.
I'll beat it out.
And a nat 20 for Petra on your next attack. Beth.
Happy days. not so bad. So
Not so evil.
Last is definitely Cheryl on a nat 1. Bartavius, you rolled a 12, not too shabby. And Maria, you are going on 11. Okay. Let me just roll for the others and.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Everyone is going before you. Absolutely everyone. First, and see, I rolled too many things. I'll just take the first two. Cool. So let's get that sorted. So first up is the bandits, who are going to actually. I'm going to say as you rush over to take cover. Maria and Cheryl. Cheryl, make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, and Maria, make me a dexterity saving throw.
My hip is really quite out of place.
That's a 7.
Roll me again because you're at disadvantage. And
the disadvantage is a 7. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was really hoping for another nat 1. So yeah. Petra, you do have a nat 20 you can spend, but you can hold on to that if you want.
I hold on to that.
Cool. So yeah, you managed to you basically finish in a flourish. You roll in or something badass, just slide up next to this kid.
3-point landing, looking up.
3-point landing. You look up. You look to the townsfolk. They confer. They hold up. It's a fantastic score. A couple of 7s from Len Goodman there. 7! Yeah, it's good.
The Russian judge gives you a 0.
The Russian things. Absolutely terrible. I've never seen such terrible things. And you see behind him a man holding a gun to his head because he's been told by his almighty president to do that. So. What did you roll? You rolled a 17, 38.
Yeah, it's only 38 was all.
Okay. Right. So, yeah, I'm gonna see. Just because this is gonna be hilarious. Roll me a 1d2. Simple as.
1d2. 1.
Nailed it.
So on a 1, you it basically goes off in your face. It explodes in your face, all over your face.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
No, it's not the first time.
Had something explode all over his face.
Yeah, indeed. But mostly it gets in the eyes. You know how it does sometimes.
Yeah, and it stings when it does. Yeah.
It stings. It does sting. In fact,
Cheryl might know a thing about that.
Well, funny you should mention Cheryl because when you stop blinking and rubbing your eyes, you actually realize that you are looking through Cheryl's eyes. You have no idea where Bartavius is.
You can't see anything anymore.
You are going to be at disadvantage for perception checks, but you have her field of vision. You don't have your own though. You have no idea where Bartavius is standing at the moment. So yeah, that's wonderful for you. Cheryl, you basically look into her eyes just in time to see that she is not going to get out of the way of a pistol shot that's coming in. It's coming in from a dad. It's coming in from D20 dad.
Hey.
D20 dad rolls his D20 to see how hard he hits.
What's up, guys? Thanks to D20 Dad for the host as well as Rain of God. What's up, guys? The Dungeon Master comes. Good to see you guys. If you're just joining in, then we are in a Wild West game. I'm playing Cheryl, the old racist lady. Mike is playing Bartavius, the Arcanist, and Petra is playing Maria, the thief. So if you're new, hit that follow button and join us. In fact, in just one follower's time, you guys are going to decide what happens next in our story. So that's all we need to just put us over the edge.
You guys just come in and you get to influence immediately, which would be amazing. Oh, thank you very much for the host.
Thank you,
I'm
Ray.
going to let you pronounce that.
There we go.
No,
And thank
I
you
do
to-
believe you're being raided.
I do believe that as well, Mike.
House of Death has joined. And speaking of Houses of Death, this entire roleplay could about to become much deadlier
A
as
big
you
house.
guys in chat are now going to get to decide what happens next. So this is a viewer decision that we run pretty often. So I'm going to drop a line there in chat. Anything under that line, I want you to post suggestions as to what happens next. Currently, there is a prisoner outbreak. Tungsten Tilly has just broken out of prison as a train has crashed into the back of the sheriff's department. We've also got a bunch of her gang riding in from the south of this small town to essentially bust her out. She's killed the sheriff already and is shooting at the party who are with a load of townsfolk floundering in the middle of town. What happens next? You decide.
Well, we do know that NMCR 94 is followed. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, Josh, you were talking to me about something, and then everything went to
I was
shit.
indeed. As this happens, you take 8 damage as you're like running, trying to keep up with Maria.
Ah!
Your hip goes again.
No, not again. No.
It's going to take a medicine check to pop that baby back in.
Oh.
Disadvantage to any skill that requires dex. And yeah, as you try and like haul ass, you take a bullet. Funnily enough, it's to the hip as well.
Oh, not again.
The other one
Octavius.
goes.
Octavius, you see yourself get hit, but it's not you. It's Cheryl, and you are looking through her eyes.
Fuck.
She's just screaming obscenities as both of her hips are like shot and pop out.
I assume I'm seeing from a much lower vantage point.
Yeah, I imagine like Cheryl was a wizened, short woman.
She's
She's a
shriveled.
wizard. You're a wizard, Cheryl.
I wouldn't say
You're
wizened.
a
though.
wizard. I
It's
am
a
a
shriveled.
what?
So yeah, as he sees
A fucking
himself
good
get
one.
shot, his hands immediately go to wherever he was shot to try to feel for a hole in his body.
You're touching my body now.
You realize your arms don't move, but you do look down because I imagine Cheryl looks down to see that she's been shot. And yeah, Jesus, that is a big fly. And yeah, you like are actually standing there, patting yourself down. You are standing. You are not moving. Do you try and move?
Yeah, he reaches down to pat him, like find a bullet hole.
Yeah, cool. Somewhere not where you are looking, the real Bartavius, who is currently blind, is just standing out in the open, patting himself down as people are like yelling to him, like, "Get down!" And the townsfolk return fire. Wow. Okay. So you actually don't see this. No one sees this, but one of the riders coming in takes a bullet and comes off his horse as their number is reduced to 4. You don't know if he's dead or not, but it's looking pretty nasty for him. Another round goes flying past and misses as they ride in hard, pretty much reaching the town at this point. And on the other side of town, next to you, Maria, the little boy is going to stand up. He takes a shot. You see him stand, like he has to stand on a crate just to look over this wagon. He takes a shot. You hear a scream, and he says, "Yeah, get that, you bastard! On my way home." And he hunkers back down. He's just like, "Oh, that's absolutely blinding, you turning up."
Good job there, boy. Good job.
He nods. So Bartavius, it is actually your turn in the initiative order on a 12. What does Bartavius's body do whilst his eyes are looking out elsewhere?
Yeah, so his goddamn. So his body will reach and like fumble around, realizing that he's like looking down and he can't see his actual hands moving, but he'll manage to put his 6-shooter in his holster and kind of take off his rifle, and then like the body will move like it's looking around for a target, but he can't see anything else. So I guess he just does nothing because he can't see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he readies his
Nailed it.
rifle to shoot, but like he realizes that whatever he's moving around, he can't see anything. He just continues to see this police station that he's running towards. The sheriff.
Yeah, indeed. So I guess you can run me a perception check at disadvantage because you are not accustomed to looking out through Cheryl's blind, dead eyes.
I'm sure not. I rolled a 1. Oh, and that 1.
And now one.
That one.
Nailed it.
I'm super not accustomed.
You all in that
to
one.
her cataract-ridden eyes.
I ain't gonna see anything these days.
It's all just a ruse.
Unfortunately, Cheryl.
Cheryl actually uses echolocation.
On a nat one, two things happen. One, Cheryl, you are like trying, still like stooped over, trying to make it to this cart. There is like an explosion nearby you. Something gets hit by something. You don't know. Maybe it was dynamite. Maybe it was just shrapnel from a bullet whizzing past. You get stuff in your eyes, and you are going to be essentially blinded for. Let's see.
Man, I blinded you, Will.
No.
Science!
2 rounds. So for the next 2 rounds, both Bartavius and Cheryl are blinded, as Cheryl is blinded and Bartavius is looking for Cheryl's eyes. And also on a nat one, Bartavius, the real Bartavius, is going to get shot for standing there like a complete idiot as these riders come into town and everyone's desperate for 10 damage, max damage. Damn. You actually feel your back. You feel something hit your chest. You feel it. It hurts, but it's not like Cheryl doesn't take the hit. And then you feel ground on your back. You feel your hat fall off. You feel dust around you. You are laying down somewhere. You've been knocked over.
Not my hat.
Indeed,
We're
it's the
doing well,
worst.
boys.
Come on, I only have one hat.
Taking it now to Maria. Maria, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, how many bandits are there between me and the sheriff's office? How many of them are still standing?
I've just seen some of these suggestions. These are amazing.
The wheelchair
love
perv is potentially my favourite.
the what?
The wheelchair perv on a giant steampunk spider.
Yeah. So as this madness ensues, you see a you see there are bandits around you. On the other side, you can peek your head up and actually make me a perception check because you're currently in cover. Yeah, I get a record.
I roll first and then see if maybe I use it net 20. No, I don't.
You roll a nat 20.
Got my own.
So you actually realize that next to you there is, so basically like you're there, the kid is next to you, you're both holding 2 pistols each back against the this overturned carriage, and a bullet tears through the cart and leaves a nice little hole as herbs and spice go everywhere from this impact.
Welcome, Herbs and Spice, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Indeed. Yeah, it's it punches through and you can actually now see without looking out and risking getting shot. And you see that it appears they have taken the sheriff's station. You don't see anyone from the sheriff's department. It's just one dead sheriff laying there, gathering dust on the floor.
Right.
There's all the commotion, and you see there's about 5 of them, maybe, who are sort of like at windows, firing out into the street. They have like a fortified position. You're maybe about 30 feet from the entrance, the double doors, and yeah, from the actual Nat 20, you will see that Tungsten Tilly is at the top right-hand window with a rifle, and she's yelling stuff to her boys. She's now wearing the sheriff's hat. She's pretty identifiable.
Okay, I would like to use
Shoot that pigeon-toed bitch.
No, she's actually not shooting at Tilly for whatever reason. She's going for one of the boys, and I'd like to use my...
Oh, I see your game.
The boys!
I too like to go after the boys.
Cannon. So, yeah, you. I mean, how do you kill this guy? Because the Nat 20 kills this guy. I tell
Correct.
you now. So, how do you boss this?
Oh, clean and simple, just through the eyes.
clean and
eyes.
simple and surgical.
Just clean and simple.
You know, standard stuff.
Shoot
Pretty
his
nice.
eyes out.
So, yeah, you actually you shoot, and the bullet just whizzes past the carriage. It hits the window frame, and maybe you don't kill him. You don't know, but he like reaches out instinctively to his face, doubles over, and falls through the window with a loud very overly dramatically. This is a Western, and that's always what
Of
happens.
course. So, and then with her other pistol, with the second attack, she's just going for someone else, one of the other boys, whoever is next to him, the guy that she just hit.
Cool. Yeah, you can make me a weapons attack with your pistol. And in the end of this turn order, which is coming up just after the next player, which would be Cheryl going last because she rolled a nat 1 on her initiative.
Jesus, what's with my rules?
Simple and clean is the way you're making me feel tonight.
Get out.
Wow.
Get out.
Milk, I know your boyfriend. Control yourself.
Indeed.
I love that game.
So yeah,
Control yourself.
As all this
I always
this
lose.
down, you managed to hit another guy. Roll me some damage. It will be 1d10 plus your dex. So on a 5, yeah, you managed to clip a guy another window. You hear him take the hit. He's in pain. He always blame it on the song. Always blame it on the song. Milk. As he gets shot, he backs off from the window, but he does so still on his feet.
I think I'm gonna take an action search.
Okay.
So I can take one additional action and a possible bonus action. Yeah, I don't have bonus actions, but I'm gonna take the action search, can't language, to shoot again. And
Okay.
so you said the second guy hit. He just was hit, but he
No,
didn't.
he didn't go down.
He didn't go down. Then I'm going for that guy again.
Okay. You can the first attack you can make against him, and if you don't kill him, you'll have to shoot someone else next turn because he's backing up.
Okay.
That hurt. 13 is not a hit, unfortunately, as it just buries itself in the ceiling as he manages to get far enough away from the window, and you're firing up into the room on the first floor. And yeah, make me a second attack as you see more figures moving in the doorway on your level.
Oh, right. So an action because I usually have 2 attacks per action, so I get to do another.
Yeah, you get another 2 attacks.
Cool. I'm liking this.
Indeed.
I never played a fighter yet, alone a gunslinger.
Yeah, fighters hit pretty hard.
No.
At 11, no, you fire in and you
Oh,
see
you know, sorry. You know, would it be okay for you if I spend a Brit to give me advantage on that, or should I have said it before?
you should have said it before. But you know what? As this is the first time, do you want to quickly explain to people who are watching what grit is? If you understand it in any way. If not, I will do that because I know.
Okay, from what I understand, grit is basically like a bonus system for the gunslinger, and you get as many grit as according to your wisdom modifier, and Maria's modifier, wisdom modifier 3 at the moment. So you can spend 1 grit in advantage before you attack to give yourself advantage on that attack, and when you spent all your grit, I think you believe you have to take a long rest to get the grit points back.
You actually have 2 extra grit points because you get 1 grit point for every
Oh,
time
from
you crit.
critting, right? I completely forgot about
You
that.
get 1 grit point for every time you kill someone. So you actually have a couple more. Yeah, it's good.
I think it's 2, maybe 3. I'm just going with 2. I can't remember.
It's whatever your wisdom modifier is.
No, but you said I got those extra ones because I didn't I kill? Oh, you said I didn't know.
Yeah, no, you've definitely killed 1 guy. So yeah, take 2 extra ones and then spend 1 of those as you nail this guy. And
Thank you.
yeah, you can. I'll allow you to make that a hit. So roll me some more damage. And 11. And 11. Yeah, you see someone sort of like in the entranceway. He like steps out. He gets shot. He hits the door frame and he like falls. He's not dead. He's still firing, but you see like people trying to drag him away. Taking it to Cheryl. Cheryl is blind. Cheryl is out in the open. Cheryl has just popped her hip out of the joint, her false hip, and she's wielding a double-barreled shotgun. Tell me what Cheryl does, the insane old lady.
She fires randomly.
Get him!
Roll me a 1d9.
Alright. This can only go well.
I rolled a 3.
A 3, you fire directly into Crazy Duff's shack. I'm gonna make a dex save for him as you. Oh dear God! You fire into Crazy Duff's shack, the man who was complaining about his stockpiles of dynamite.
Take
should be
this,
interesting.
Gerald. I
You have
mean,
no idea what you're firing.
who am
this
I?
guy-
Where am I? Why do my hips hurt so much? These hips don't lie.
Okay, roll me a 1d10, and also roll me 2d12 for damage as
Okay.
you've just hit Crazy Duff.
1d10 is 8 and 2d12 is 20. Oh my god.
So you kill Crazy Duff.
Get
You blow
fucked.
his head clean, like his face is just gone. It
Like
melts
she's
away.
she's completely
Look.
blind, but she knows the exact motion to like reload.
Yeah, she manages to like start the reloading process, and you
Got a
fire.
bandit.
You hear someone die. You're doing well, Cheryl. As on an 8, you do not. Oh no, sorry. It's actually a 1d. Yeah, roll me a 1d20. Sorry, just to see
Okay.
if.
It's a 5.
Oh dear God, let me just check because the Gunslinger rules has certain interesting things for stuff like dynamite. So misfire with.
It's
dynamite.
fine. Don't worry about it. All his dynamite was stolen anyway, right?
Yeah, okay. Right, so this will be interesting. Everyone roll me a perception check as I'll deal with this thing.
Okay. Perception check. I'm excellent at these. That one! Nailed it!
Not
I'm now permanently blind.
okay.
Well and truly fucked.
Yes.
That's what years of alcoholism will do to you kids.
Makes you blind. Moonshine.
Ooh, take it as a lesson from me. I should know.
Okay, what do we have here?
Terrible things, terrible things.
Okay,
Always in that one.
make
Sure.
me oh god. Okay, make me a dex check, Cheryl. As you just
10.
ignited
10. My hips can't move. I mean, my body is just rolling. I don't think she'd
Okay.
even try and
Bag
get
of
out of the way.
bones.
She literally doesn't know what's happening. I don't think she tries. She just happens to roll in a direction. Ah!
The best part is like the Wild West, so she's elderly at like 34.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a
you're
hard
not-
30 years.
End of the line.
You were going to take 28 damage as you blow up Crazy Duff's shack.
I have
which
no
then
legs.
blows it blows up the house nearby. It destroys an entire like the midsection of this overturned train, and actually Jesus on that, unfortunately it's also going to be a dex save from Petra, as you and this kid are going to have to make like a dive for it. At 20 you're good, you can make it.
Yeah, I think
Let's-
Griffin says no combat maps. Yeah, we were going to be doing Apocalypse Horde tonight, so we kind of last minute change. We don't have a lot of maps for tonight, so apologies
Indeed.
for that.
Unfortunately not. But yeah, there is. Yeah, on a 14, this kid's going to take half damage, which is much was that? That was a lot. 28. Yeah, he's dead. So
Got him.
he, you see the kid next to you, like
Double
God
kill,
blimey.
motherfucker.
Oh, and thank you to Gareth for the resub. He says, "Has anyone noticed how much Mike is like Eeyore?"
God damn it, Garrett.
Such like you.
Oh, god damn
And
it.
thank you to Rogue Lorax for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Lorax. It's the Lorax. You know Lorax?
It's fluffy and cute.
Snorlax is the only one I know.
Okay, so
Um,
the poor boy dies.
Yeah, he gets impaled by a piece of like it's actually like a mailbox. Just goes straight through him and drives through into the car, and he's just impaled there.
Okay, so what Maria is going to do at that point? She's going to fiddle in with her skirt, and then it turns out it's a fake skirt, like a wrapping skirt, and she takes it off, and underneath she has a pair of leather pants, because she assumes that she can't take cover behind that car forever and needs a little bit more movement and range. And then she's taking the poor boy's pistols and puts them in her pants. How much? If he had any shots left, she's probably gonna check for that first.
Yeah, he's got some shots left. He's got about 6 shots left
Okay.
between the two pistols. So you know, yeah, indeed. Oh, thank you very much. 10k followers by year end. Hell, we'll strive.
Go.
We'll go for it. Yeah. If you guys like it, then we'll
Get a
keep
follow
doing
on.
it. Indeed.
We'll do a big
Yeah,
party
yeah.
at 10k, like a huge one, you know. 48
Oh,
hours.
Christ. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, you can grab those as we come to the end of the round, and a viewer decision comes into effect.
Ah.
Let me just end to check what that is. Oh boy, nobody else look, because this will be entirely a surprise for everyone. So I made you guys all roll a perception check.
You did.
Petra, Maria, you know, unfortunately, you are going to, as an explosion is going to bowl Cheryl over, I'm going to say, Bartavius, you are going to suddenly see yourself again through your own eyes, as it's only like a temporary thing, as sort of whatever you just blew up in your face from your magic pistol has come sort of like out of effect. There are dead people around you. Somehow you have not been run down by these riders. They are now in the town behind you as you sort of like come to your senses. So you're pretty distracted. Cheryl is on her back. Wait, not for the first time.
Not for the last.
Maybe the last. You just did take 28
It's
damage.
entirely possible. I'm about to die.
As Maria sees, like, in all this anarchy, you feel like a vibration, a tremor through the earth. It's not
Oh
an
yeah, I
explosion.
had that on Saturday. It was pretty. Sorry, Oklahoma earthquake. Never mind. Go on.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. So there's like a rumble.
I thought we were talking about something like entirely different. At that point, I was like, "Wow, that-
Wow, that came
I
out.
wasn't gonna go there." But
I knew I would
Okay.
get you.
Petra did.
So, yeah, there's like a tremor, and you actually see townsfolk fleeing. They are running specifically. They're going to be running. They're going to be running west. You've got your back to the cart, and you see them like running away from you, running like past you. They come from behind this cart, and they start sprinting as something this way comes. I'm not going to say what it is. It's just something this way comes.
Can I peek through the hole in the car? By the way, are we still in combat? There's still people shooting from the.
Yes, there's still some gunfire, but it's definitely calmed down. It's eerily quiet from the sheriff's department, despite the fact I imagine like you're on that side. The other side of the car is on fire, and you've got like a pistol probably leveled at the door to make sure that just to scare off any would-be heroes. But suddenly, you peek through this hole, you chance a glance, and you see something. You see something step round the side of a giant rock formation out towards the Ember Mine. In fact, it is actually stepping out of the Ember Mine, a huge, towering piece of metal, like think of like it's bigger than the water tower in town. It comes out like a worm or a snake, something launching out of the ground, and then it tries to burrow back down, but it just impacts. And you can't make out what it is from this far away, but it's big. It's really big. If you can see it from the Ember Mine from here, it's like a day's ride away.
Well, that's not good.
Shit. If only I could see.
I make a series of clicking noises.
My eyes!
My burned eyes.
So
Okay.
on that, we're going to take you back to the bandits' turn. They're going to hold their actions as the ones in the sheriff's department. The others are going to rush past not past Bartavius. They're going to rush past Cheryl. They would usually trigger an opportunity attack, but Cheryl is flat on her back, hasn't had a chance to reload her shotgun, and
Quite frankly,
is
doesn't
running.
give a fuck.
I'm going to say no to that, but they will trigger some attacks of opportunity from the townsfolk and from Maria. So if you want to roll me 2 shots, Maria, as you try and nail a couple of these people. Are you aiming for the horses or the riders?
That's a good question. Nah, I'm going for the riders.
Cool.
Horses, you have to be a bit more precise, I guess. Which pistol am I going to use the first one? You said 2 shots. I'm gonna use, for the second one, I'm gonna use the grit point. Knocking that off.
At an advantage then, make your shot.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe in a thing called
12.
divorce.
Indeed, you fire. Unfortunately, neither of your shots hit. However, rolling double nat 17s, the townsfolk open fire, and you see 2 of these riders go down off their horses just as they're about to sort of like get to the sheriff's department. The other 2 like bail off, run inside, and the doors slam shut behind them. The horses are just there going absolutely crazy with no one to tend to them, and they bolt, and that takes it. We're sort of out of combat, but I'm going to keep it just for a moment as the townsfolk are panicking. Bartavius, you are now able to see through your own eyes again and not blinded. What do you do?
So he just sees destruction, some kind of burrowing thing coming out of the mines.
You do not see this immediately. This is literally only Maria has seen this.
Okay, so yeah, the first thing he's going to do is realize that he has his eyes back, and he is going to
You're
look
lying on the floor, just so you know.
around. What?
You're lying on your back on the floor.
Oh yeah, so
Your
he's gonna get up and like try to figure out what's wrong with his head, and then he's going to stand up and look around.
You see your hat. It has a hole in it. There's a hoof point.
Like Indiana Jones.
Through it. It's a sad day for Bartavius.
It really
It's-
is.
Is Eeyore.
I'm super not okay with it. Yeah, so I guess he's just gonna leave that and head over towards the sheriff's shack and see. That seems like where everyone is going towards.
Yeah. On your way there, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see.
Good God, fire is previous. I destroyed a hat.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You start walking, and like you come to a stop. You find a identical. Hello.
Thanks for cheering, Chorion. And then for 10, that's a thing now. Cheering. Good job.
I don't. We don't have a thing for that. No one.
It's
talks.
like
You know
clapping.
what?
And then
no,
100. What's going on?
Holy! I tip my hat to that.
Then
You,
1,000. What the fuck,
1,000.
Torian?
This is going up. It's going off here. I don't even know.
Things are happening. It's making noises,
Doing stuff.
doing things.
As you just like Torian, you hear a rising noise. First of all, you find a hat identical to the one that has just been destroyed. On a nat 20, you find the perfect replacement for your hat, except it's slightly newer, slightly in better condition, and fits even snugger and more comfortably. So there you are on your nat 20. Take a hat. Do you feel good yet, Mike?
I do. I feel a little bit better about myself because I have a hat.
Okay,
Different thing in life.
but in the distance,
Damn it.
you see a giant spider pull its way out of the Ember Mine, and you hear a noise that for all your days you will never forget, as an 80-foot tarantula pulls itself from the Ember Mine and starts moving this way. What the fuck does Bartavius do?
So Bartavius secures his new hat on, looks at the carnage, looks at the overturned train and tracks and the explosion that just happened in some crazy man's shack, puts his hand atop his head, grabs his leather strap that holds his books, and he runs towards this tarantula because there is no way in hell that this can't be what the arcanists of old spoke about in their tomes. This must be powered by some kind of magical fuel, and he must learn it.
Okay.
Well, you're fucking insane.
Are you running on foot?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, is
there,
there just like a random horse nearby? Because he'll try to.
yeah,
ride.
there are straight up horses around.
Yeah, so he's just gonna grab a horse. You just hear him say, "Oh my stars! Oh, what could this be? I must study this. Where are my books? My satchel? Whose hat is this? Give me a horse, madam!" He just motions excitedly towards anyone around. He mounts the horse. Yeah,
Yeah,
horse.
He's riding to it.
Oh yeah,
Maria's like,
So he
what the heck are you doing?
I must study this. You see this monstrosity? It must be of arcane means. Yeah, horse. Yeah.
Roll me an animal handling as you try and ride a horse towards the biggest spider this thing has ever seen.
Natural 8.
It's going to give you hell for it. Just roll me a dex save to stay on this horse. As you
Natural 4. Killing it.
this
Nailed
as
this,
your
man.
rolls slowly improve as you get closer. This horse, you're going to make it about 80 feet, and then the horse bucks and just throws you off.
Perfect.
Uh,
Let me just.
you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor pretty hard,
Yeah,
and the horse is going to bolt.
That makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to see how gracefully he tumbled and continued to run
No.
towards this mechanical spider.
No, he does not continue to run. He goes head over heels.
His hips break.
And I break another one of your hips because that's all I'm here for. So yeah, after that we will have it's Maria. Maria, you see this spider has emerged and is starting to make its way towards you guys. I'm gonna roll for the spider.
Oh boy. Roll bad.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Nope, nope,
it's
nope,
a
nope,
natural 17. This thing is
Of
going
course.
top of the turn order.
nope. Fuck. God damn it, guys. Why do you do this to us? 80-foot tarantula? Really?
Yeah, this is directly chat's fault.
Great. Good stuff, guys. Good fucking stuff.
Okay, so taking it to Maria. Maria, it's your go. What do you do?
Maria would like to try and get to the sheriff's office, somehow positioned, maybe crouching under a window so that nobody from the inside can shoot at her.
Okay, that's fine. So you're so basically you're trying to get like under a window.
Yeah.
Make me a stealth check as you like try and sneak over there without drawing attacks.
frag me.
You got this.
It's-
We don't got this. There's an 80-foot spider. There's no way we got this.
Okay.
I got it,
Maria,
guys.
Maria stands. She turns towards the sheriff's building. She starts to run. She gets halfway between the sheriff's building and all cover as a man steps out with a double-barrel shotgun. Roll me a dex save.
Is it white
As-
bones?
It's not white bones.
Hold on.
It's Cheryl's ex-husband.
Fuck. Not another one. I thought I got rid of you.
I forget how many there are.
Cheryl's like, there's another one there.
Ex-husbands abound.
I'll get them all. She needs a Gatling gun.
The easiest way to have someone killed. Cheryl, ex-husband there.
God, got him.
Top left. You're going to take 11 piercing damage as shrapnel just comes flying at you.
Okay, she would actually, sort of clutch wherever she's hit, but still try to continue make her way over and call out and say, Tilly, it's Maria. I've got to talk to you, and also,
kill
you
you.
might want to take a look out of your window.
Roll me a con save as you're going to continue to try and run after just being shot by a double-barrel shotgun.
You gotta get got,
Like, where is that?
probably.
Fucking Will.
Nope.
You're gonna get got.
You are on your ass in the middle of the town. A couple of these guys like step out from the darkness and with their weapons drawn, leveled at you. Cheryl, blearily, slowly, creepily, eerily, other
Sexually.
things that-
Go on.
Yes.
economically, something
Thematically.
emphatically, mythomatically,
Economically.
Emphatically.
irregularly, your eyesight starts to blearily come back.
Oh, this is worse.
That's
I regret seeing.
Hillary.
I.
that's Cheryl's ex-wife.
Hillary is actually. It's been forever since you emailed.
I see a giant creature coming towards me, and I say,
How did you find me here? How did you know I was going to be here, Jim? Well, I'm going to end this once and for all between us.
and I march towards the giant 80-foot tarantula, who I believe to be my ex-husband.
It's like blurry, and it could potentially be a very fluffed.
Definitely.
ex-husband, like, yeah, going everywhere.
Yeah, he's used to
And-
being very fluffed.
Josh,
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick, could I take a bonus action for second wind to heal myself up a little bit?
You can on your next turn, yeah.
Okay,
But it's the 80-foot tarantula's turn now.
Okay.
It pauses, like it's been coming towards you this entire time. It pauses. I'm gonna say who. On a free, okay.
Fuck.
On a free, Bartavius, roll me a dexterity saving throw as out of nowhere, like this thing stops. You see its head RKO. It just RKOs you as you see its head rotate. This thing is metal. It's huge. It's powered by some sort of steam. As you can see, steam like exuding from it, and roll me a dex save, which is a 10. You are going to see something fly out of its face hole and a fireball is coming your way. So, fireball does is. This is going to suck for you, just so you are fully aware.
Thanks, Josh.
You just you were like, yeah, I see a giant boss thing coming out. I'll run towards it. on my
obviously.
own.
Yeah. Duh, you give it a giant mechanical spider that shoots fire in front of me and have me not run towards it. That's ridiculous.
Indeed, that's entirely my fault.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Me and chat, we apologize. We just
Thank you. I appreciate your candor.
for daring to assume chat never apologize to you.
Your apology, it's very British of you. I appreciate it.
It's incredibly British. I'm terribly sorry about this. So, fireball. You know what? I'm just for this now.
Neither Smith feel bad right now.
I'm very sorry for this. I didn't know what happened.
You're going to take 29 fire damage.
Am I, Josh?
Your horse is
Am I really?
Am I?
Is he really?
So what happens is
Oh, he is.
this tarantula rears and fires a gout of fire out of its mouth, and you just see it incinerate the horse that I rode in on, as well as Bartavius, and you hear a most unmanly, a most ungentlemanly scream emit from his mouth as he crumbles to the ground.
He Wilhelm screams.
Are you downed by any chance?
I'm at -4.
You're at -4.
I took 28 and
you're-
I'm still standing. Get on my level.
I took 10 before when I shot myself in my own face.
Probably didn't help.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
He got.
Yeah.
So the spider claims its first victim. Boom, that happens, and we will take it now
Well, that
to the bandits who are going to advance towards Maria. There's 4 of them. Do you make any attempt to draw draw your weapons or anything like
No,
that?
actually, she's lifting up as good as she can, surrendering, sort of taking the finger off the triggers of both of her weapons, lifting her arms and saying, I need to talk to Tilly. And again, you guys might want to take a look behind you, and I'm not here. I'm putting my guns down.
They look up. They look up. One of them just goes, "Fuck that," and drops his gun and runs. He runs like you've never seen any man run before in his life.
He nopes the fuck out.
He nopes, and yeah, you see. You see the other guy just go pale white with fear, almost as pale as White Bones himself. Oh, White Bones himself. And he just says, get inside now. Grab the guns as well.
Yeah, and she does that and follows him. And before I forget it, I'm gonna go for a second wind to heal up a little bit. So it's 1d10 plus my fighter level.
Which is 5.
Got it, plus 11. That's good.
So you get 11 hit points back. It's like you are filled with the resolve of maybe finding some fighting companions.
Just like Alex and Sam. Welcome, Alex and Sam, to the adventure. You're both gentlemen and scholars. Thank you for joining us.
Indeed. If you say that quite fast, it sounds pretty magic. Alright.
Right. The
So
worst.
original. So yeah, as that happens, it's going to be they pull you inside, and you immediately see. You can do a rough head count. They've taken some casualties. The total number of this gang is 17, but unfortunately they've had a few fatalities, and they're currently down to 14 of them left.
Well, that's good. Only
Um,
14
and-
left. And a giant fucking spider.
Bastards. I don't see a spider. Cheryl just sees her ex-husband, Jim, that she's striding towards as he walks majestically towards her.
She is so high right now.
She's all the fumes.
Yeah, it's all the fumes from
yeah.
the giant spider just playing up with her sinuses. I
The
need my
pheromones.
medication.
She has absolutely no medication. There's no medication for this. Whatever she has, it's unmedicated.
It is completely unhelpable.
So the townsfolk are going to hold their actions in fear as most of them flee. Some of the more die-hard and foolhardy ones stay and reload and take this opportunity. So are the bandits. Bartavius, it is your turn. Make me a death saving throw.
That's just a
Feeling brave.
A
Fail.
3 is not a success. So
Gotcha.
one failure. We come around to Maria's turn. Maria, you are being shown into essentially the sheriff's department. There's a couple of desks that are sort of like been moved up to the windows to like barricade them. There are a bunch of guys reloading guns. One of them is handing out weapons from like a cupboard where the sheriff kept his rifles. You see the deputy is there hogtied in one of the cells. You see a man.
Lucky
before
me.
you. This is Tungsten Tilly's husband, Buckshot Billy. He's the one who shot you with the shotgun, and he's just reloaded. He snaps the barrels up. He points at you. He hasn't seen this thing outside yet, and he says, well now, what exactly can I do for you?
And Maria nonchalantly puts her guns away and then takes off her coat and starts patching her arm up and says, well, I hope you guys have a little bit more of the dynamite of yours, because you did see what's coming straight toward us, didn't you?
He says, I don't care how many of those townsfolk think they can take this town back. And the guy next to him is like,
No. Honestly, do yourself a favor. Take a look outside. It's nothing you've seen before. I promise.
He says, I look outside, I get myself shot by someone. You put enough bullets in her to really kill her. He looks awkward. He walks
really
up
kill
to the window. Holy fuck.
See? What did I
That-
say? Also, where's Tilly?
She's upstairs. You might want to go speak with her. I'm gonna go and try and scrounge some gunpowder from Crazy. Holy fuck! And he just looks at the wreckage that was Crazy Duff's gunpowder stockpile. It's just gone everywhere. It's burning. He's just like, what the hell happened out there?
Lot. And that's all she says. She's going upstairs to see Tilly. How old is Tilly?
Tilly's in her early 30s. She's quite a hardened woman. She's weathered is the best way to describe her. Griffin knows, and it's just she's standing there yelling orders. She clearly knows about this thing, and she's yelling like, "Cover those windows!"
Honey, I don't
Someone
think
puts
covering the windows
curtains.
will...
Someone puts curtains over the windows.
It's like, honey, I don't think covering the windows is going to do anything a lot of good. You really might want to get out of here. Also, if you don't mind my asking, what is your plan? Are you gonna get out of here?
She looks at you. She's like, "Plan? I had a plan. About an hour and 2 hours and
24 minutes.
2 hours and 24 minutes ago, I had a plan. Now I'm looking at an 80-foot tarantula. Darling, I'm not sure what we can do."
Okay, Josh, Maria being the person she is, having a lot of info on the townsfolk, does she know how good the marriage is working between Tilly and her husband?
Well, he's taken a bloody long time to spring her from jail. You can roll me an insight to see more on that.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I don't know if that's really a barometer for marriage, Josh. Like, how long it takes me to break someone out of jail.
Yeah, you imagine things are a little bit tense. I don't know.
I
Like,
mean, I don't know, Will. Like, if you had a really good marriage, you wouldn't wait too long to break them out of jail.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably wait a few
Yeah.
weeks before I break someone out of
I
jail.
would
Right?
say him taking a long time is bad. Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a 2-month planning window. I'll give you that. But anything,
Yeah, I guess so.
gotta.
I've confirmed with Beth, like, she's got 6 months to do it, or I'm getting myself out, and she's held accountable for all the damage.
It makes
so
sense.
That's fair. Yeah,
Will,
gotta
what
write
about
that,
you, Sydney? What's your
17 months.
17 months?
Yeah.
It's 17 months.
Or I'm out.
Perfect plan.
Well, she has to take a boat across the the English Channel. to get
Exactly.
there.
She has to row there.
And I'll probably be arrested in Mexico, Mike.
Yeah, that's fair.
If they get me, that's where it'll be.
I mean, obviously, smuggling those memes. So, as
Memes. As we call them.
that's what the kids are calling them nowadays. So, as all this goes down, yeah, you are faced with Tungsten Tilly, who is kind of come up short when it comes to a plan.
okay, so knowing what Maria knows about their marriage, she's gonna take a step closer and look into Tilly's eyes and say, "How about that? We're gonna get your husbands and the boys to use the dynamite, the guns, whatever, to buy us some time. And then it's just you and me, and we're gonna get out of here. I can't wait to
This is,
see the inside of that fucking town."
Make a break for Willsbury, I suppose. She sees someone standing nearby, and she points a gun at him, and it's just like, "Go on, fuck off." And she says, "Well, my boys did take an awful long time to spring me, but yeah."
Also, they're
I-
pretty easily to shut down, I have to tell you that. To shoot down.
She nods. "Well, I haven't been around there to instill order in them, so maybe they got a bit rusty, and that's all it takes to die out here. So what's the plan? We steal a couple of horses and hightail it out of here?"
That's the general plan. But like I said, maybe we can persuade your husband and your other Goonies down there to do whatever they can to get us some good distance, get some good distance between us and that spider thing, whatever it is.
She nods and says, "Well, lead the way," and yeah.
Okay.
We'll, as sort of like you scheme with your plan, we'll take it to once again. It's gonna be a. Oh no, it's gonna be a. On a nat one, yeah. You see, you hear a massive explosion as some building in town just goes up. You don't know where.
Correct.
Unfortunately, Will, you don't have a bar anymore. It's gone.
Fuck!
Oh no!
If only I knew!
That's me,
As,
Tsunami Bar!
What will
as,
they take from
yeah,
me next?
Indeed.
My virginity? Never!
I've taken so many loads and kept that intact.
Your, one of your sons looks to you confused.
I look back at him
Oh, wow.
equally confused.
Your ex-husband with the hole in his chest rolls his eyes.
Yeah.
Never
So
you
as that,
mind.
This thing is going to be on you, like almost in town next turn, on the outskirts of town. You've no idea what it intends to do, but it's causing a lot of damage, so one can presume. The
I've got a few
bandits-
ideas.
So tell me, like, as Tilly turns to you and says, like, there's a little, there's basically a way I can go grab some horses, slip out the back. Tell my boys some bullshit about organizing an attack. Tell them I put you in command.
How? Okay, and they will believe me if I simply tell them that?
Yeah, she chucks you the sheriff's badge and she's like, and gives you her hat, which is the sheriff's hat. She's like, they see you wearing that, they'll know.
Sounds good to me. Okay, then she's gonna do that. Gonna go down and say, "All right, boys, there's no time to lose. What dynamite do you still have left? Do you have anything here? Is there anything you can grab? preferably as fast as you can.
They shake their head. Just like, any dynamite we might have had just went up in flames over in Crazy Duff Shack. I mean, we can scavenge all over the train wreck and see if we can find something over there. But I don't know if we're gonna have any luck with that.
Well, whatever it is that you can do, Tilly said that we have to make sure to stop that thing, or not stop it, but at least slow it down so that we can get all out of here. So whatever it is you boys do it. Do it now, do it fast.
So roll me a Town Squall. I entirely believe that Cheryl burned the entire place down for insurance.
I love it, yeah.
That's how this goes. We built the spider.
Time to rebrand.
Eight-legged crone.
Roll me a deception check as you try and basically lie to these guys and say that this is the plan and we're not abandoning you.
Not the only thing with hairy legs.
On a 15, there's a couple of like weird looks about you being left in charge, but they start scavenging over the train, and in doing so, they're gonna make some finds. But I'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, little food bar, all the dark elves hang out in it.
Oh god.
The spider's
so,
shot, you say?
You hear a bunch of gunshots from the townsfolk in hiding in various different buildings that just do nothing to this fortress of a spider tank thing that comes marching this way. Bartavius, make me another death saving throw.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Yay, that's the right number.
It's a one shot on a nat 17. Bartavius wakes on one hit point underneath this giant spider. What do you do as you cough up blood?
So do I have all my stuff still on me? I didn't go like flying and lose everything like a.
No. Your gun is like lying on the floor, and your hat is lying on the floor. But it's there.
Is this thing stationary?
No, it's still moving, but it's massive. You've got like another 2 rounds before it's like out of reach, and
Okay.
it's crushing it down.
How close is its closest leg?
It's like 20 feet.
Okay, so first I'm going to spend my second wind.
I'd recommend it, yeah.
1d10.
5.
Yep. So I regain 8 hit points. Yes, nailing it. I'm super healthy, guys. So I am reinvigorated by seeing this spider over me. I grab my stuff, stand up, I take a deep breath up the dusty trail, and I charge towards its closest leg and begin to climb it. Because why not?
Damn, Perrin, that's some seriously dark stuff. You're trying to climb this thing, yeah?
Yes.
Make me an athletics check. As you were going to make it, let's see if you can. What about?
Thank you to Parking Steel for the resub. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
What about acrobatics?
Okay. I'll let you roll an acrobatics to like dive onto this leg as it goes to.
I rolled a nat 1. So
Nat 1.
I'm going to go ahead and employ that advantage that someone gave me for being a subscriber way earlier in the stream.
Yeah.
And then I'll be using that 19.
I'll allow it. You're on
Yep.
to the leg.
Yep,
There's no advantage. There's nothing to save you now from your nat 1 as you try and climb this thing. So so you climb on, which will be the end of your go for now. Maria, you see these guys. I'm going to let them sort of act alongside you as they rush out. Are you searching the train cart for anything? There's like a load of them.
No. She's pretending to be busy and sort of making sure that they're in position and that they're all busy. And then bit by bit, she would try and sort of stealthily slink back.
Okay, so roll me a performance to see how
All right.
how well they go about their job.
19.
On a 19, damn, you know what? One of them, he pulls back like a sidecar, and he's just like Holy shit! I think I might have just found something that'll raise the stakes. And he says, "Give me a hand with this, boys." And you see them lift out some strange contraption and start assembling what looks to you like some sort of motorized penny farthing with a set of wings attached to it. And they're just like, "I think we might have a way to something about a wasp and an analogy where it kills a tarantula. Yeah, this is gonna work." You can roll me a stealth at advantage as you try and slip away.
21.
Cool. On a 21, you slip away as they pronounce this Air Gerald. This is what it's going to be called, Air Gerald. This miraculous contraption. They're going to have it assembled pretty damn nifty under pressure. Taking it to Cheryl. Cheryl, what are you doing, you blithering idiot, walking towards this spider?
I'm looking up at it and I'm saying to who I believe to be my ex-husband. I shout at it and I'm like,
"You go back, Jim. You're not wanted here, and you're never getting that alimony pay."
I'm trying to intimidate it into leaving.
It's just my
Alright, I just so happen to be excellent at intimidation. 15.
On a 15, it unsurprisingly doesn't give a shit.
Well, that is
It's
surprising
an
to me,
80-foot metal tarantula.
Well, that is surprising.
Well,
Who would have thought that this would end like this?
that's a game changer for me.
I need to rethink my entire strategy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to plan this again.
So, what do you do, noticing that it doesn't give a shit? But roll me another perception check.
Okay.
Just roll me a intelligence saving throw.
Alright, so it would be actually an 18 if it's intelligence.
Okay, cool. So on an 18, maybe you run your tongue around your dentures, and you find a sniff, a whiff of some of your medication that you haven't taken today, but you find a bit of a pill wedged in your teeth, and you have a moment of clarity as it is absorbed instantly into your bloodstream miraculously, because that's how medication works.
That is. Definitely.
And you realize this is not Jim. This appears to possibly be an 80-foot metal tarantula tank.
Oh shit! Well, I always used to get him confused with that. That makes a lot of sense.
So I start running.
In which direction?
Opposite from Jim.
Directly towards Jim.
Directly into Jim. No, directly away.
Make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage for your...
I'm broken hip.
It's an 8. Crush.
Oh dear God, as this thing is going to spit a fireball at you for 17, the perfect amount of damage.
I die. I'm immolated immediately.
So Bartavius, as you start scaling this thing's leg, you see a pinwheeling, flaming Cheryl go flying through the air, yelling something about alimony payments and death. And she crashes into a shack and goes through the wall.
She's happier now.
I feel a cold, bony hand on my shoulder, and chills shudders down my spine as I climb more furiously up.
Even in death, is able to creep you out. So the tarantula is going to roll me a 1d2. On a 2, so Maria, make me a dexterity saving throw. I'll make one for the guys who are outside. It's not looking good. Okay, you're going to take half damage because you're sneaking away on the other side of the building. Everyone else is going to take... so everyone takes 17. The perfect number again.
Oh my God.
You are going to take half rounded down.
So 8.
So that would be maths. A 9, so an 8. Yeah.
Okay.
You still up?
Oh yeah. I got 11 back from the second wind. I'm still good. Very good.
Good guy Pie. I believe it's followed up by any damsel that's in distress be out of distress when she meets Jim West, because I know that entire song. That's why I'm so happy that this is happening. Oh, it's an amazing song. So yeah, as this happens, you are thrown out of the back door as the building is going to like start to collapse in places. And yeah, you hear screams that cut short. What do you?
It's never good when they cut short. You always want the screams to continue, I find.
So yeah, the bandits actually, you're going to hear a weird chugging sound, as some sort of.
That's always good too when that happens.
And then like a couple of like bangs. It sounds like maybe
When
gunfire.
the-
but it
when-
sounds slightly off that.
When the screams are cut off and then a chugging noise happens and then suddenly there are some bangs, you know you're doing something good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't-
indeed,
You don't.
it's the
You
best.
don't want
the
you
best.
don't want the opposite.
You just keep trucking.
And then you hear some slow screaming start to build as this engine whirs up, and you are going to watch as a bicycle is going to take off into the air. It's not Billy Elliot. Not Billy. That's completely the wrong.
I didn't
thing.
think it was at any point, Josh. Oh, flying bicycle, Billy Elliot, classic. Were
I
you thinking of
genuinely can't
E.T.?
remember the name of the film,
E.T..
but anyway, it's not that film.
E.T.,
And,
right? Where he flies out on a
yes.
bicycle?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was going for.
E.T. found home.
Yeah, you see this thing take off into the air.
Be a very different movie if Billy Elliot could fly.
It would have been a very different movie. So the townsfolk are going to start fleeing, realizing everything is futile and everything is not awesome. Bartavius, make me. This is definitely going to be an athletics check because you are climbing up a giant thing, and it's climbing is athletics.
That's fair. I mean, this is a thing he does all the time. Like, he always climbs 80-foot spiders. That's just a regular, everyday occurrence.
Most days.
Is this something you're proficient in, you mean?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
proficient. Yeah, see, a 17. I rolled the perfect number. In
On the perfect number, I'm gonna say you get to the edge of like where it connects to the chassis of this thing, and you see a man in. I don't have a top hat. That's really annoying. You see a man.
disappointed, Josh. You let me down.
I am. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's not a top hat. Damn it. Okay, so you don't see me in a top hat, unfortunately, but you do see a top hat and a man sat in some sort of chair with wheels on it, looking down with
Actually, I have a top hat. I just remembered.
surrounding.
I
Why?
Because we're classy people.
fair.
And it's a real one. I got that from my grandfather. So it's
Alright.
from the.
I'll allow this.
Is it it's a hand right now?
Where did I?
into
I'd
head.
have to go into the next room. I could do that.
All right. I tell you what. If at any point during this stream you've got 17, the perfect number of minutes left. If at any point I spy you wearing a top hat, or any of you wearing hats that I like, I'll give you advantage for your next roll. So, yeah, there's going to be this beautiful view down from an 80-foot tarantula as you look around and see this man in a top hat. That's unfortunately going to take all of your turn to get to the top. But you boss it. Maria, you are probably picking yourself up off the floor as there was a giant explosion behind you, and the building is now like coming down in places, and you've seen this thing take off. Tilly is there with a pair of horses.
Oh, she is? Okay. So she held her promise. Well, kept her promise. Yeah, I would try to get her as fast as possible.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. No.
Okay.
See, that is why I was suspicious about my extremely high rolls before.
Indeed. So, you like come running out. You see her. You start walking towards her. You don't see him till it's too late. Buckshot Billy behind you, and he's holding a shotgun pointed at you, and he yells out, "Halt!"
Okay, she stops.
You see Tilly look at you. She smiles.
What, she smiles? What kind of smile?
Yeah. A sadistic, cruel smile.
Ah, stupid bitch. I'm
It's the
gonna
best
shoot at
kind of
Tilly.
smile. Good,
gonna
because she had a
shoot at Tilly?
sadistic smile. Fuck that smile.
She,
Or at
She's
least I'm
already-
gonna hold a pistol. I'm aiming at her. Because that is how I interpreted her smile, that she was in on this.
she like is gonna, like, as you draw, she's gonna draw as well. You now have a shotgun leveled at your back and one leveled at your face at very close range. She says, drop your weapon. Drop it on the floor.
How much time? I'm gonna shoot at her. And
Okay.
I use the grit to have advantage on that. Because I still
Okay.
have 3 advantage. 3 good.
Get him.
Do you do anything to avert the shotgun?
Well, no, I'm not, right now. I pulled both of my pistols.
Okay. On a 24, you hit her. Roll me some damage. She's a tough broad. 13. That's a lot of damage.
Ouch.
That's max damage. You hit her, and she comes down off her horse. She falls back. You have a second attack. I'm gonna let you make this second attack at disadvantage as you turn and try and get a shot off before Buckshot shoots you.
Actually, technically, I would have to drop one of these pistols and take one of the boys' pistols because I'm out of shots with both of mine.
Okay.
And then, if that's relevant.
I'll let you. I'll let you draw and shoot. But you're gonna be at disadvantage for your dex check. 23. You hit him. Roll me damage.
That's what I get. Killed him.
10 damage. Yeah, you hit him as well. He doesn't go down, but he's going to make an attack at disadvantage because he's just taking a bullet to the shoulder.
Correct, noob. Good guy, what the fuck are you on about it?
Yeah, he misses entirely. He fires directly into the air. Both barrels go off. Tilly hits the floor. We'll cut back to Cheryl. You're dead.
Hello.
We cut back to the 80-foot tarantula.
Why, hello there.
I'm running, but my hip is like popped completely, right?
No, you got hit by a fireball.
Oh, yeah, I'm
and
dead.
Were thrown.
Roll death saving throw.
Death saving throw.
It's a 7. Oh, God. Goodbye. Cruel world.
Jesus, take the wheel.
So that's the end of your go. Yeah, it's the 80-foot tarantula's go, and it is looking down at the town of Little Chuck.
Little Chuck Norris.
You actually see a man, Bartavis. He's gonna roll a perception check. He turns. He sees you. There's no way you can avoid it. There's no way you can hide. You're there, and he points to you and he says, "Well," and two ladies either side of him draw pistols and point them towards you. What does Bartavius do?
So Bartavius looks at the man. Both of his weapons are put away, and he says, "My good sir, why are you destroying this town?"
he says, please, I hope you understand. I'm just trying to do a little business, and this little town happens to be on the way. I'm on my way to Willsbury, where the mayor of Willsbury is going to sign over the entire state of Willsbury to me, for I am unlovable.
Get out. He looks to him and he says, now, my good man, I must ask you, this contraption you have built here, how is this powered? What is this contraption you have here? What is this monstrosity of metal and machine?
He smiles and he says, you might find more than one monstrosity of metal and machine on this particular contraption. And he pats himself, and as he does, you see some movement underneath as the wheels sort of move away, and he's lifted and starts. He just rises, and he has 17 mechanical metal legs folding out from underneath him as he becomes a giant 17-legged arachnid man. Somewhat
Of course
like
he does.
a Drider.
Of course he does.
Of course he does.
He's a robot
And he
rider. Got it. Yeah.
He's a robot
A rider.
rider with 17 legs on a top hat and a terrible mustache, and he just
Reminds
laughs
me of
to
someone.
you. Indeed. What exactly do you do?
He quickly considers his options. He's a smart man, and he says, "My good man, what do I call my new boss? I
Roll me up.
have
Massa.
come here, have climbed your spider, and I pledge my services unto you."
He is gonna on a 10. Keep talking. He's not convinced yet.
He looks to the two ladies and pulls out his revolver and kind of holds it this way, and he says, "I have been able to fuse arcane magics with metal. I see you have done something similar here. Together, we can forge an army of these great beasts."
Roll me another persuasion. It appears this is going to be a long debate if you're going to roll one higher every time. So make me a dexterity saving throw as a giant mechanical foot comes out towards you.
Fuck yeah.
Nat 20. You can get underneath him. He lunges at you with two giant stomping attacks, and you manage to end up underneath this contraption. You're surrounded by mechanical legs. Above you is a mechanical donger. What do you do?
So he gets in between all these legs and he kind of pops up directly chest to chest with the guy, and he says, "Now, my good man, is this some manner of a contract we should sign to make sure this is done on the up and up, if it were?"
We're gonna come back to that
Do it on the
horrifying
sly.
moment in just a second. Maria, you will see Tungsten Tilly on the floor. She looks pretty hurt. Roll me an insight.
Oh,
Oh boy. This is one that you don't want to fail.
On a 7, you just about realize that she's lying. She's not quite as injured as she makes out. You see her, she's on the other side of the horse. The horse is going a bit crazy, and you see her aim towards you with a revolver. She's gonna take a shot. You're gonna get a dex save against it. Damn. Yeah, she misses entirely. She actually shoots the horse in the leg, and it comes down between you. You now have cover. She's going to make another shot at you. Disadvantage, which will be no. Again, a terrible roll. Yeah, she doesn't manage to hit you. What do you do in reaction to this?
Shoot her again.
Get
You
him!
should- Cool. Did you take the sharpshooter perk?
I did.
Cool. I believe that lets you ignore certain levels of cover, doesn't
Up
it?
to 3/4.
Okay, cool. So in which case, yeah, you can still shoot normally, as she's only partially obscured by this horse.
Yeah, so I have 2 more grit points. Her husband, I didn't kill him, did I?
No, he's like basically gone down. In fact, he was directly behind you, so I'm gonna. Yeah, he manages to just about dive out of the way of the first shot. Yeah, she's like she nearly shoots him as he's trying to reload. He drops his shotgun and goes for his revolver. It's your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so I have 2 more grit points. I'm using the 1 to shoot at her. So I have
Okay.
advantage.
Add advantage.
So I have, let me see, I already used that one. I have 5 more shot. Okay. 17.
17 hits her.
5.
A 5. She's still alive. She is becoming entirely Swiss cheese, but she's still alive.
Okay, and then I'm dropping the other pistol, like my other pistol, and take the second pistol off that I had from the boy. No, I don't like it. I'm not going full Kate McKinnon. I would like to, but I'm using up the other grid point to shoot at the husband with advantage.
Okay.
Oops. Window. Oops. 17.
Take it.
Number.
A nat 17, not quite a nat 17. It's pretty good though. An 8. So he like fumbles for his revolver. He's like desperately trying to draw it. He draws it, looks up to make that shot. He is looking down the barrel of Maria's pistol, of the revolver. How do you kill him with 1 bullet? I presume you slug him straight between the eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, he folds under the impact. His head implodes on the other side. It's just a wreck, and he collapses on the floor as the shot echoes. And you hear a loud swear, string of swear words come from behind the downed horse. Bartavius, make me a persuasion roll. One last one.
This is it, guys.
Come on.
Big one.
You got this.
Fuck me.
Nailed it. And thank you to
nine.
Clarity for the host. Thank you, my friend.
Make me an insight check.
Oh, I'm not good at those. Super
On
good.
a 16, you see him. He actually he reaches up to twirl his mustache, but as he does, you see him smile. He's got a wicked glint in his eye. Make me a dex save. As he pulls down, this mustache is in fact a mechanical mustache, and it activates the pistol hidden in his top hat. On a 20, you dodge. It folds open. A shot rings out. You duck back under him. What do you do as he tries to kill you?
He clearly doesn't want me to be working for him, so I think I have to take control of his giant mechanical spider, and the only way I know how to do that is to unsling the rifle that is on my back and shoot his giant metal donger from underneath.
Okay.
So anyway,
Roll-
it always
roll-
is.
Roll me an attack. Are you using your grit to advantage?
Yeah, I'm using my grip for advantage and double attack and an action surge, because
You
why
got
not?
this! I believe in you!
So a 13, a 26,
26,
a 17, and
17.
23.
Cool. Roll me
Perfect
3
numbers.
sets of damage. On the roll double damage as well, because a 17 to hit a donger is double damage. We all know that.
That's
Of course.
fair. So,
Okay.
It's common
shitload of
knowledge.
damage.
You hear a ringing dong as it rings under multiple impacts as Bartavius murders Unlovable, and actually the final shot goes up through the donga, through his torso, traveling up his spine, and the top of his hat explodes with confetti as he falls back. The mechanical spider, that contraption that he's on, falls off the larger mechanical spider, and you take control of the deck and now own your own mechanical spider.
So
Oh, boy.
he stands over this giant mechanical spider. He looks at the two ladies that were previously pointing pistols at him. Presumably they're wearing maid outfits, I would assume.
Of course they are, you sick bastard.
Says, now, my fine ladies, it appears as though you are in need of a new boss, and it appears as though I now pilot my own mechanical robot spider. So consider yourselves employed.
It would
Will's
seem.
going out, Willsbury, Westbury. Let's keep on going. How does this work, ladies?
Okay, so as they start to pilot it, I'm going to say, Maria, Tilly challenges you to a duel.
Hell yeah, I killed her husband, right?
Yeah, you killed her husband.
So I got one more grip point.
She says, I've only got one bullet left in my revolver, so I challenge you to a duel.
Sounds good, honey. Bring it.
You promise you won't shoot me as I stand up?
Go ahead.
She stands. She's got her pistol like pointed at you as she stands, but she doesn't fire. She's just taking a precaution. She stands fully. She slowly goes to holster her pistol. Do you holster your pistol?
Allowed.
What should I holster it? Like she challenged me to a duel.
Yeah. This is
you- yeah,
old
okay.
Western
Yeah, old white man's rules for duels. I forgot about that.
So
So yeah,
Wild white man rules.
you guys step out into the main street of this town. Above you, you see this giant spider like leering down on the town. You see a smaller spider fall off the roof of this thing and explode on impact as blood goes everywhere. There is a burning town surrounding you guys. You both have your hands on the hilts of your pistol. This is one-shot kill rules.
all right,
Roll me an initiative, see who draws first.
all right.
As this is going to be the final rolls. You are definitely going first. You definitely get the jump on her. She's not at her best. You get as many shots as you can get out.
Yeah, and I'm using. Well, I already used my action. Sure, I can't use that. But for the first shot, I'm using that grid point that I get from killing her husband.
Cool. How do you end this duel in one hit?
I don't think she's a person to make a big display. So she's just, as always, just straight between the eyes and well to the barrel, and then it's time to find a horse. If there's anyone left.
So the last thing we see is Maria on the back of a beautiful white horse. Would you take White Bones with you as he steps out?
Yeah, of course.
So
I
you
still
see
have
Maria.
no idea who he is or what he
I
is.
don't know. He's something. So you see Maria and White Bones silhouetted by a giant 80-foot tarantula of mechanical creations, with like breathing fire at this point, with Bartavius at the helm, and the last thing we will see is Cheryl in the ruined building that was the dead man's donga, and
And one eye opens.
One eye like crazily open.
one eye opens.
The hand reaches
and
up.
the spider foot comes down, and we will end it there. So thank you very much for bearing with me just to wrap that up, guys. It's been an absolute blast having this little, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah,
I
it was
love
great.
bit of
I like shooting people. I shouldn't say that. Sorry,
Shouldn't
Anna Ray,
admit
you
to
didn't hear.
Okay.
Guys, that's been Encounter Roleplay. That's
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
like-
hear that last bit. Let's just go ahead and rewind and we'll cut that out for YouTube.
Yeah, we've got it in post. Well, thank you guys for watching today's stream. I know today's stream was a little bit shorter than usual, but tomorrow I'm back for 9 hours, which will be longer, and the day after that I'll be back for 9 hours, and the day after that 9 hours. So we'll be making up for a little bit of missed shows with a bunch of new ones happening. Also, this Wednesday is going to be the beginning of Storm King's Thunder campaign. I know a lot of you guys are excited to see soon. So that is happening on Wednesday. Pretty excited for that. But yes, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, let us know. Rip Cheryl may be crazy in the afterlife. Well, maybe, you never know. She might become part of that giant spider, and her next form is like Dryder spider lady. So if you enjoyed today's show, hit that follow button and join us. Like I say, back tomorrow, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK, and then at 4 p.m. and then at 7 p.m. We're running shows for 9 hours tomorrow, so you can catch us all day tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. But yes, that's our schedule. You can see there. But yeah, other than that, thank you everyone for following. Thank you for donating, resubscribing, and subscribing, and all that good nonsense. Let's go around and do some hooks and plugs. Start with our wonderful DM, Josh. Thank you for running this game today, Josh. So, anything you want to plug?
I want to plug all the holes on the NPCs you shot, but apart from that, I want to thank Even Slope for following. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and we massively appreciate that. As we wrap up here on stream, as we said, we'll be back here tomorrow. Specifically, I will be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. BST. For Lost Mines of Fandelver, we are going to go and fight a dragon. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're not at the levels we're supposed to be because
It's going to be good.
Sort of become evil one way or another because of demon influences, and there is one. Charlie's character is like the last bastion of hope this party has for staying the good party we started off as. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Otherwise, you will find me lurking forever, always, in both the dungeon and in Tavern Roleplay. If you don't know what Tavern Roleplay is, well, there's a lot of new people here today, so I'll tell you, go to encounterroleplay.com, which is our fancy website, which has got loads of amazing artwork, modules, and a million and one other amazing things on there that you should definitely check out, including like pre-gen character creators and loads of different upcoming exclusives. But you can also find the Tavern Roleplay, which is simultaneously a Roll20 and a Discord server, and it's a text-based RPG that runs 24/7, moderated by the Encounter Roleplay lot, and we have loads of sexy adventures going on. We are currently planning for a giant war that's coming in October. And if you want to find out what is going on, just check on the calendar. But I've been Encounter Josh, and I've had many hats, and...
Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, then let's go to the Eeyore of Encounter Roleplay.
That's me. I'm the Eeyore of Encounter Roleplay, also known as Unmade Gaming, also known as Mike. I run the channel Unmade Gaming over at twitch.tv/Unmade Gaming. We do the same thing these guys do, but far less, far more American. So if you want to see some of that shenanigans, go check us out. If not, you can see me here every Monday.
Fuck yeah. And Petra, you do things on the internet.
I do. If you want to see me play more Dungeons and Dragons, but as a warlock, you can do so every Saturday over at twitch.tv/time2dice. I will post all that stuff in the chat in a second. This is a game that's been running for a little bit over a year now, and we're still going strong. And currently our party is getting ready for a long journey across the continents and whatnot. And we're going to have a giveaway pretty soon because we're not too far away from reaching 200 Twitch followers. And once we're there, we're going to give away. Our DM said he has some Steam codes for nice games, but I also said I'm going to throw in a player's handbook, a D&D 5th edition player's handbook, so we can have 2 winners. So if you want to know more about that, here's the info. It's coming in the chat now.
It's coming at you. Well, go follow these guys, go check them out. And like I say, I'm back on tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, then 7 p.m. Eastern, so on all day. We'll see you then. Thank you guys for watching, donating, following, doing all this stuff. And until next time, try not to roll too many net ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody.